Boom, boom.
All right, now we've got a red dot. Do me a solid and not make me have to edit a bunch. Because we're recording on the Zoom and on the audio. And I'm starting the Facebook now.
You went live 34 minutes ago.
No, I did not. Fuck.
Bro, last week that scared the shit out of me.
I was even watching it back, and I was just trying to make sure that it wasn't on there when you said that.
I got to make sure I flip the banners this time. Because I didn't last week, so I had to do them all manually when I edited the video. That's fucking sucked.
Yeah, that would. Oh, I got it. Here we go.
Don't they normally just snap?
I have to click here like this, and I wasn't doing it. So then we're on like the same things.
No, I just saw how you scrolled it up.
Oh, I just had to get it to the top. All right, guys, we're gonna get the show going here in just a minute. Get this live stream going. Jesse, not yet.
I didn't did it.
Jesus. This freaking guy.
Dude, our Twitch feed is way faster than this feed.
What do you mean?
Like when we stream our Twitch and we're talking, it's like a second delay.
It's because we're streaming the Zoom and then also to the Facebook.
Yeah.
This is
instantaneous.
Yeah, Facebook slows everything down, man. That's why I started recording it from this instead of recording it, downloading it from the Facebook.
Yeah.
Those angles are much better.
Yeah, it's way better than last week.
You guys can actually see everybody now.
Everybody. All right. Come on. Riveting. All right. Go ahead, Jesse.
We'll do it live. Okay. We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live. And thing sucks.
We're doing it live. Made to Motivate Podcast Season 2, Episode 20. We're going to get the show going. Make sure you share the feed for us if you don't mind. Comment in the comment section if you'd like to participate in the conversation.
Even if you do mind, share it anyways.
Yeah, even if you do mind. All right, guys, here we go.
You know what time it is.
Podcast Tuesday!
Live from Made to Motivate.
Podcast. All right, guys, welcome to Made to Motivate Podcast. This is your host, Ryan Weiss. I am joined, as always, by my co-host, Nicholas Mancuso. What is up, sir?
What up, guy?
What is going on? We've got Jesse Young from ESPN here with us.
Not from ESPN. Not ESPN.
Oh, Sports Illustrated.
Sports Illustrated.
Jesse Young from Sports Illustrated. I had a Jesse moment there. I
Jeez.
kind of forgot. And we got friend of the show, Chris from the Mariners. Chris, the film freak Kessinger.
That's right.
Is joining us today. Fun-filled show for you, I think.
Packed to the brim.
Packed to the brim. We'll see how it goes. Who wants to do a tune-in from last week? Jesse, what did you do? Get off your phone.
I was sharing.
You can't remember shit.
God. So I'm going to war with the groundhog again. I was going to let it live.
You got to poop?
No. What? That's a prairie dog.
Oh.
Not a groundhog.
I'm using that.
It depends on the size of the poop.
I guess.
Either
but
way, it's a hog.
War with the groundhog.
that fucking groundhog that always like dug that hole in the bottom of my shed last year.
I don't think anybody knows about that story, bro.
I've told you about this story.
Nope.
Who's
Not
the
on the
Jesse now?
podcast.
Not on the podcast, but I've told you guys.
Our listeners have no idea
They
what
don't
you're
know what
talking
we're talking
about.
Guys, there's a groundhog that lives in my backyard. I don't like it.
What's its name?
I don't give him a name because when I kill him, I'll feel better about it.
He won't
right.
get attached.
You'll never catch him.
I'll catch him.
So Jesse's
bought
got
a-
a groundhog.
Have a heart cage,
Now you know who's stealing your wieners.
but I might just toss him in a river. I don't know. Haven't decided yet.
Jeez.
I won't do that. I'll let him go in the gorge. But I went into my shed to get my lawnmower out. I was going to mow the lawn, and there's like 50 pounds of dirt just thrown about in my shed,
Yeah.
just like piled high up against the wall. And so I'm like, what the fuck? It's the fucking groundhog digging dirt.
Maybe
and
it's a
putting it
tunnel
in my shed.
where that guy is living, and he goes down.
It's where Bing Bong's living,
Bing
bro.
Bong.
Dude,
Bing
might
Bong,
be.
the basement dweller.
There were no hot dog wrappers, but
Your hot dogs come individually wrapped?
They come in a wrapper, though.
Oh my god.
You don't have wrappers around your hot dogs?
No, I raw dog them.
That doesn't make any sense.
This story's
You
going
know when you
well.
go to the store and there's a jar of hot dogs and you can get them out with
Oh.
tongs?
Wow. Please tell me you don't eat those. Okay.
I pick my hot dogs out like I pick lobsters.
Oh my god.
Can't be any worse for you than gas station hot dogs.
Oh, man.
Oh, I like gas station hot dogs. They're nice and thick and plump and juicy.
Which one?
Ryan likes hot dog water.
Speedway.
Yeah.
Speedway's fine.
You boil your hot dogs, dude.
I do.
Do not
Speedway hot dogs are good.
Do
bro.
not eat a 7-Eleven hot
Well,
dog.
hell no.
Do not.
7-Eleven has
7-Eleven's
good
just for
pizza,
ices,
though.
man.
Yeah, I agree.
Their pizza's underrated.
I agree. But their hot dogs are
Ugh.
horrible.
Where do you all eat your gas station hot dogs from? If you're listening, comment.
Sheets.
Yeah, Sheets.
Yeah,
Sheets
oh,
are the Sheets.
bang.
Everything.
That's a
bangs,
sure
bro.
thing.
Sheets has good food.
But those aren't like
So does it get-
those aren't serve yourself though.
You're talking about like the rolly.
Yeah.
Sat in there for 3
Speedways are
days.
good.
Some places have warmed buns too. They have like a
Speedway.
bun. Yeah, man.
And they got all the they got a big condiment station there.
Mm.
Dude, they're not bad. 2 for $1.
2 for $1.
Bro,
Come on.
gas station stuff gets slept on. Like whenever you get
Right.
coffee from a gas station, all that
Flavor
stuff you can
stuff.
put in it.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, bro.
Sheets has a good coffee.
I'm a
Yeah.
fan. All right, Jesse. So you're battling your groundhog.
Anyway, back to
Battling the
groundhogs.
groundhog.
What's going on with your groundhog?
Nothing. I got a cage. I'm going to kill him.
All right.
Or release him. I
Why
don't
don't
know.
you just go shoot him
Didn't you get an aggressive sunburn?
I did.
again?
Not again.
Oh.
Ooh, who can't remember shit now?
Well, you get a sunburn every other day.
I do
so
not. So,
I did not.
it's
How's your hernia?
not good. Might have a hernia. I'm in a lot of pain.
God. I like your throwback Luigi shirt.
Yeah. Got it from some loser.
Wow.
Actually, this is one of my favorite shirts you ever made.
Damn, bro. Nick probably sold it to you.
I did.
Did you?
Yeah.
No, who can't
Jesus.
remember you?
Oh my God. So Jesse's battling a groundhog. You got a hernia. You got sunburn.
Yeah.
How's your wife's pregnant fingers? They doing good?
She's not pregnant.
Her fingers doing
Edward
okay?
pregnant fingers.
Her fingers are a lot better, actually. She got a million fucking medications. They finally saw her, but her fingers look normal.
How's the dermatologist?
Oh yeah.
She ended up getting in with hers,
Oh, that's
and
good.
they put her on a whole bunch of medicine. So we're not going to switch just yet, but we'll see.
Nice of them to do their job.
Yeah, right. Exactly. They gave her like a private number, like directly to her dermatologist,
Mhm.
because she saw how bad it was and was like, "Oh, I'm an asshole." But all of like that like rough dragon skin is gone, and the dermatologist basically told her like, "Don't touch anything hot because you basically have like baby skin now,
Jeez.
and it's like super fucking sensitive."
Well, that's fun.
Yeah, but it's doing better, and she's
That's
not in
good.
any pain anymore, so that's good.
Nicholas,
What do you think?
how was your week?
It was good.
Did you do anything exciting? You cooked some food.
Yeah, man.
We got down on
That
Call of
looked
Duty.
Good.
It was so good.
It did look really good.
Jen found some Carolina Gold seasoning.
Ooh.
So
Yeah, that looked real good.
Today-
You filleted it real nice.
yeah, today I like cut it up into pieces and put some Carolina Gold barbecue sauce on it.
bro.
So it got all glazed.
Nice.
Made a little gyro.
It looked good.
Beautiful.
But
Christopher,
other than that, no.
nothing exciting. What about you, Chris?
Well, golf season in swing. They announced this week it's going to be back on Tuesday, so we are kicking it off that day, the first game of the season. Besides that, just work restrictions are kind of regressing a little bit.
Yeah.
We're allowed now to eat at the same table, but
Wow.
they're still doing the tests and everything. It's just the first step. They said we have our own 3-step system, and this is the first one.
Cool.
So
So
Yep.
getting back to some normalcy at your work.
yeah, hopefully.
Nothing exciting on my part. I played a lot of video games. You guys, Jesse got me hooked
Yeah.
to freaking Call of Duty.
Mm.
So we
Yeah.
created a Twitch for the podcast page.
Did you watch the one back where I got smacked by the helicopter?
Bro, yeah, that was so dope. We weren't recording
didn't see it.
though.
Oh, we weren't?
That was when we weren't recording and we were super bummed because we had stopped it. That happened to me again though. Like people are good at that, like intentionally, and they drop the back end.
really?
That time they came right at us, but they intentionally go and they drop the back end and they bust you up with the rear propeller.
Yeah.
Like it's a
Bro,
You
thing.
explode.
It happened to me
I
several
thought it was
times.
Jesse coming at me with the helicopter. I'm
Me
like, hey,
too.
bro.
Hey, bro.
Just out of the smoke, I just got annihilated.
Yeah,
Blade to the
dude.
face.
So follow our Twitch or our YouTube where we put the podcast
Yeah,
up.
Jesse's really good.
You guys got to
And
practice.
me and Nick just follow Jesse around like sad puppy dogs. I've been playing a lot though by myself just to try and get better so we can we can play. When
You've been
you and
getting
Braylon
better.
played, that was fun, man. We did good.
Yeah, you're getting better. Nick's got to practice a little bit. He only played like twice,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but he only played for like 4 days and vastly improved.
Right.
So
Yeah, so we got that going. Nothing really else. I did some like shopping and stuff to get ready for vacation this week.
I had some more issues
that's
with
it.
freaking DoorDash too.
Oh yeah, bro. You want to talk about it?
I don't know, man. I don't think so.
What is that? Where does that fit into our topics? What would that be?
bad luck, Ryan.
Let's get social.
Yeah.
We'll talk about it.
I can go right after him because I have a local business too that I'm not too happy with. right now as well.
Oh boy. All right. Well, let's get into Let's Get Social then.
burn
We
it
can
down to the ground.
talk about Nick's DoorDash, Chris's local business issue. Hopefully you weren't buying Brussels sprouts.
Hell no.
We got some other stuff we'll cover. So let's get social.
It is July 20th, 1969, and man is about to land on the moon.
Freedom itself was attacked this morning by a faceless coward, and freedom will be defended.
I did not have sexual relations with that woman.
The way the news goes.
Let's get social. We're going to kick it off with Nick's DoorDash issues. If you're not privy to previous conversations, Nick doesn't have really good luck with DoorDash.
Or any delivery, for
amongst
that matter.
me having like a slew of delivery issues, I think Nick has taken over.
You have
shipping.
weird delivery issues.
Yeah.
He has true delivery issues.
This is
How-
true.
How often, like percentage wise, do you actually get an order that makes it to your door first try? Has it ever happened?
20%.
Wow.
That's
Jesus.
terrible.
I got to see this place just to see. I mean,
It's not hard.
It's
Is it
not
really that
not.
It's
confusing?
not rocket science.
So
I live there.
The main thing that's wrong is there's an east and a west, right? And whenever you go, your GPS automatically just takes you to east. So whenever people pull in, they don't look for the west or the east.
But
They
how
just
did
look
I
for
find-
1354?
How did I find? Can you put in West in the? Because
Yeah.
when I came to your apartment the first time, I was there. No
So-
problem.
Whenever they pull in, whatever reason they just see 1354 and then they just go to that one. It doesn't recognize, like they don't understand that there's two.
Yeah.
That's laziness.
It's awful.
So
So
what's your story? What's going on?
I was working on a Saturday and I couldn't leave because I was working from home. So I figured I'd just like order some breakfast from some place. So I ordered breakfast and I had it set for delivery for my 15-minute break, right? So I go downstairs and I wait and it says that it's on its way, whatever. It's going to arrive like in my 15-minute window. So then it says, delivered, enjoy your food. And
No.
I'm at my door. I'm like,
Hey.
no. So I call them or I message them and I tell them that my order is not there. It says, your order was delivered. I'm like, I know, but not to me.
Yeah.
And then they were like, have you been home the whole time? Like they went through this whole thing. I'm like,
Yeah.
yes.
They did it to me.
Yes.
Too,
Don't try to blame this
bro.
on
It's
me.
awful.
And then they're like, well, would you like, you have two options. Would you like us to remake it or would you like us to issue a refund? I'm like, well, I don't want my neighbor to get two breakfasts.
Mhm.
So I want you to refund me.
This is deja vu.
I know. And then while we were here recording the podcast last week, I guess my neighbor had come over and like put a note on my door.
Okay.
And it said, hi, this is James. I just got home and I found your food outside my doorstep and it was covered in ants. I'm so sorry this keeps happening.
Aw,
Jeez,
that's a good
man.
neighbor
He's brought over packages to me,
though. Mhm.
like just walk them over. Or if I'm not home, he takes them to the like
Post office.
the
Whatever.
office area.
Yeah.
It
They
just
gotta.
sucks.
You should say something to. You should say something to the office to see if they can put up some kind of sign, like out front, like an east and a west or something.
Yeah.
I mean, you've got to imagine other people are having this issue.
I would
There's
think
no
so.
way it's just you.
But it
Yeah.
even says east and west on your address, right? On DoorDash. Like
Yes.
it says.
And in the specific instructions for the order,
Mhm.
I put the GPS will take you to east. I live at west.
Yeah.
Please deliver to west.
Ain't no sign gonna cure that, dude.
They don't pay attention.
Yeah.
Because I do special instructions in there all the time, and they never.
I think
fucking
like
do it.
next time
so
in special
annoying.
instructions, I'll have them call me.
Yeah, that's probably
Yeah.
smart.
right when they're close.
Like
'Cause-
even whenever they do deliver, like to my side of the they can't find my apartment.
When you're doing DoorDash, right? So
On all of them it happens.
Yeah, but when you go on DoorDash, if you click on it where it gives you the map and it's tracking, there's a phone and a text message icon. You can call them.
Okay.
You can text them too.
That's smart.
So maybe if you get the thing that says like where it says like your DoorDasher's approaching.
Yeah.
You could just call them really quick and be like, hey, I'm over here. I know it's inconvenient, especially like if you're working.
But still, though, that's a good option.
But something just to try and get around that.
It's happened so much to you, dude. They should give you Dash Pass free for like a year.
I know
that's ridiculous.
And it's also strange because I know this is the way it's happening because I don't get any of his packages.
Right.
Yeah.
So I know they're all going there automatically.
That was my next question.
But
if
you've had it with UPS
food.
or FedEx or something too, right? So it's not just DoorDash.
It's always FedEx. UPS and USPS have no issues.
FedEx delivered stuff to me today. It was supposed to be at 10:30 and it didn't get there till like 3. They suck.
Yeah.
UPS is good. They're always
FedEx is bad because I had something delivered from work. Like they sent me like a care package, like just since we're working from home, and I didn't get it. And it said I got an email because I have like updates when stuff's delivered.
Yeah, that
and
sucks.
I saw people like post on Facebook that they got it. I was like, oh, well, that's cool. I guess I was supposed to get that too.
It would have been nice if I did.
And I looked in my FedEx things and it said it was delivered. So I messaged I messaged FedEx, and they're like, okay, well, we can set up a like an investigation.
Yeah.
And we'll we'll contact you. Like we have an investigative team that does that. And they're like, well, you should contact the person that sent it to you. I'm like, I don't know who sent it to me.
Yeah.
It was like
right.
And they're like, well, if like, what's the color of your apartment? Were you home all day? Have you looked out?
All white.
My apartment's the same color as every other fucking apartment in my complex.
Dude, so then like I was just like, I'll just deal with this tomorrow. I can't deal with this right now. And then James brought it over. It's delivered to his house.
Wow.
People just don't care and don't read.
Bro, you all are just gonna become BFFs.
I need to like create like a P.O. box or something.
Mm-hmm.
And then
for DoorDash.
No, for my packages.
But that's annoying.
I've given up on food delivery. I just can't do it.
That's so sad too. I mean, it's easy then. I mean, if you can find where it's at.
Yeah.
It's just extremely inconvenient to have to freaking you're gonna have to pay for a P.O. box just so you can get your shit delivered to you.
Way back when I worked,
you
at
have
the
to go to your
movie
parents
theater,
or something.
We had a broken door at the entryway, like safety hazard broken. If you opened it up, it could fall on you.
Mm-hmm.
There was nothing we could do except for put out signs and stuff. So I went out first. We put a sign on the window. People opening the fucking door. So then I went over and I literally taped the handles together, put the signs on the middle crease of the 2 opening doors, so you would have to tear it to do it, and put them on the handles. So if you opened it, you had to touch the paper.
Right.
And then we put like wet floor signs in front of the door. We took bets to see how long it would last before it was opened. We all said like 15 minutes, an hour, 5 minutes before somebody opened that door. People just don't read and give a shit.
I just did it to fuck with you after the first time.
Dude.
I'm not gonna lie though, like the signs that like the places put on doors for like I've noticed it more and more now just because of the coronavirus stuff. But I'm guilty. I would always say like there's fucking signs there. Nobody reads them. I've caught myself a couple times like going to go in a store and not even paying attention to it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it like blatantly says on there like door's locked, like call or text this number.
But you've never
Like,
done
I
that
just
whenever
did it
the sign was on the handle.
No,
like,
no. But it like about people not paying attention. It's like sometimes you're just in that zone.
Yeah.
Because I ordered food from a place in Kent the other day, and I was that idiot that went and pulled on the door and it was locked, and there was 4 signs that said when you get here, call or text us.
And everybody's staring at you through the window.
Yeah. Well, then the guy comes like down the hallway and he's like, "How can I help you?"
Read the sign.
I know, I'm an idiot. So now I've been trying to be like way more like paying attention to that kind of stuff.
But,
That's annoying. Well, speaking of missing stuff, how about the missing girl? The quote unquote missing girl.
Oh yeah.
She wasn't even missing. She like ran away.
I guess. Yeah.
She was from. Is she from around here? This was an Ohio thing,
Yeah.
right?
It was down south a little bit, wasn't it? Or was it?
Yeah, it's over there by what is it? Medina County?
Yeah.
Oh, it was in Highland.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Highland.
Oh,
You're
I
right,
knew
you're
I
right.
saw Highland, but I didn't know it was Medina Highland.
Yeah, and like
Okay.
whenever all this happened, like I was talking to Jen about it like 4 days ago. And I was like, you realize like half of these missing people are just people who have like arguments with their parents.
Run away.
Like she's over 18.
Right.
Like she can just leave.
Yeah.
And her mom is probably freaking out and just,
The way she did it was kind of weird though, because she left her car and her phone in a parking lot,
yeah,
a church parking lot, and then just disappeared.
Mhm.
It's been like it was the 15th or sometime. It was like 2 weeks ago
And
or like a
I
week
thought
or
it was
so
weird
ago.
that she only had Facebook.
Yeah.
Like she had no other social media, and then that kind of leads into her backstory about how her parents were like super controlling.
Yeah. she
Which I
wanted
think
it
Chris
away.
will kind of get into because
Well, apparently, like what's going around on Facebook right now, locally anyway, is that a family friend has commented a couple of these posts and has kind of made her situation clear. So I'm just going to read straight to it. This is all speculation right now, so take it with a grain of salt. This woman, who I'll just protect her anonymity right now, says she did not deceive anybody. Her mom is the one who made all of the phone calls. Her mom is the person who let her boyfriend move in at 13 years of age. So she had a boyfriend living there at all times. And apparently this boy was picked by her mom, handpicked over age. So it's an illegal.
Wait. The mom had a boyfriend move in for the daughter?
For the daughter,
Yeah.
yes. Handpicked by her mom. The guy is over 18 years old, so it's illegal. Everything about this is, it gets worse and worse. I'll continue on. Her mom is the one who was keeping track of her every movement, even calling her when she was 2 minutes late in McDonald's drive-thru. This girl could not be a teenager. She didn't get to enjoy her teenage years or socialize with other people. She was a cheerleader, and then she went home to a mom and a boyfriend that her mom had chosen. She got out the only way that she knew how, and that was to leave everything and everyone behind. So
that's crazy.
that sounds like a Lifetime movie.
Yeah, bro.
I can't wait to watch it.
That's a good call. I mean, yeah, it does. It does sound like that.
I don't think anybody knows that either because I didn't know any of that. And I've read through some of the stories and like people's comments, and that's wild. Can they prosecute her for that?
The mom?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean,
technically that's endangering your child.
Dude, that's like prostitution. I mean, I'm sure they were probably doing stuff. You had a live-in boyfriend.
And probably against her will.
Right.
You would think if she just came home and was like,
wild.
"Hey, here's Jeff. He's gonna be your boyfriend."
And this is, keep in mind, this is an upper class family. So like this is
Highland's a nice area.
Yeah, this is further proof that, these kind of things happen anywhere. And sometimes the ones with the white picket fences, those are the ones you got to look out for the most because stuff like this happens. And I've always told parents with teenagers that sometimes you have to let them live just a little bit.
Yeah.
You can't keep them on a leash because then they will rebel when it comes time.
So one of the debates I've seen going around about it is people saying that she should be held accountable and that like all these resources were used to find her when she wasn't really missing.
The daughter, you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but
That's not her fault.
Like, yeah. So here's my take on it. Like, I don't think she should be held. Like, I don't think she should get in trouble for it. And she's not young. She's not young enough to the point that like she doesn't know any different. My only thing would have been, and I didn't know about this situation, so that kind of brings a different light. I don't know what her friend's situation was. Like, at least like let someone know. So then, like 2 days later, like after you're gone and you've distanced yourself, just like, hey, she's safe. She's not missing. So that all these people aren't out searching for you.
Yeah.
It still doesn't stop the search though. Cause like when we've had kids go missing from my school, which they're running over to their buddies' houses.
Yeah.
Same thing, running away, living on buddies, couches in their basement, playing video games all day, whatever.
Right.
And they'll tell us at the school, they're fine. I'm not going to tell you where they are, but I know that they're fine. Like they're with a friend of mine, but that doesn't,
so they still will engage
if the parents want that to happen, then that's fine. Now she's 18, so if she left a note or something, then they wouldn't
apparently
look.
she did leave a note with the dad.
Yeah.
And the dad never told the mom.
Oh, so this situation is fucked.
Yeah.
And there's a lot going on there then.
That's my question to you when you were explaining the kids from your school was that, so like, if they hide them though, can't the person that's hiding them get in trouble too? I mean, that's technically
that's why
kidnapping.
kids don't ever tell us.
Yeah.
If they're a minor.
All the kids always know where they are,
Mhm.
and they don't get in trouble whenever they get found. It's more the parents that need to watch out than the kids. But sometimes we'll have kids that have them down in their basement hanging out with them, and parents don't even know.
So like this
they're
girl's
working
been
weird hours or something, and they're just like oblivious.
So she's been found. Was she forced to go like back home?
No, she's 18.
So I know she was found. So what's the situation now? She's going to run
It
away
just says
again,
that it's
or?
pending. Like she's been found safe. She left on her own free will to start over. That's what the news report said.
Right.
And then it says it's developing.
Yeah, she just wants to start a new life. I think she'll do anything she has to just to get out.
Well, and she's of age. She has the right to do that.
I'm not excited, but I'm like anticipating the full story from her side.
Right.
I am too, and I think
That's wild.
See, you have to be careful because if you make her go back there, like I know she's 18 and everything, but if you try to make her go back there, you could end up in a lot worse waters.
Well, I don't think they can force her to go back because she's of legal age.
Yeah.
Well, now that
But
her ex-boyfriend, what's he gonna do? No, she has a new boy.
she's a new boyfriend.
Well, the guy that she ran away with,
Yeah.
Oh, I
in
didn't-
that, in
my
that
God.
white car.
I know. I didn't know any of the story.
See, I kept the basics
Oh.
out because I
Anyway.
figured you guys knew all that
I really
already.
didn't.
Yeah. Okay.
The majority of the story I knew was just that she left her car and her phone in a church parking lot and
Yeah.
disappeared.
So I guess the person of
That was
interest
it.
that they were looking for in like that black or in that white Chevy Malibu
So she
was
ran away with
the guy that she ran away with.
she's
So
got
then
a
it
new
leaves
boo.
her
Okay.
ex-boyfriend just to stay home with her mom.
Well, and he's got to
Hey,
be
man.
crazy. I mean,
Right.
to be.
Could you imagine?
We know that he was older than 18. We don't know if he was 18.
Yeah, I think he looks by his picture, he looks like he's probably around the 20 range.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, even if you're 18 years old, though, like you should know better than
He was
to be getting
over
hooked
8
up with a 13-year-old.
He was
by
over
somebody's
18 when she
mom.
moved him in, though. When she was 13.
That we don't know.
That's a good question. Yeah, that I don't know.
Oh, okay, I thought that's what you were saying.
Even if you're not living there, though, like
That's
if I was
wild.
18 and some lady was like, "Hey, I want you to date my 13-year-old daughter," you're a psycho. If you're like, "Well, sounds like a plan."
Yeah, that's
right,
awkward.
bro.
Yeah, but to
Should
us,
I pick her up for the movies?
I want to
Like,
know
there's
what kind of awkward relationship they had though going on in that house. You know, there's got to be
That's what I'm
way
saying.
more to this story, like you
That's
said.
a
Nick.
mini-series.
Like, I want to.
Yeah.
This is a Lifetime movie.
Yeah.
Like I would be very surprised if this did not turn into a movie,
the script is being written now.
bro.
And I mean, I guess from what I heard,
Wild.
the girl like kept a lot together. She's like a solid AB student. They said
Yeah.
she's a good looking girl, all this stuff. Like she's got a lot going for her.
She was like captain of the cheer squad. or
Yeah.
something, right?
Yeah. And all her friends said she was a very uplifting person and all
That's
that.
like whenever this happened, there was so many red flags to me that I was like, none of this makes any sense. She probably just left because of some unsavory situation. At
It's
home.
all too perfect. You're
Yeah.
saying. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's usually what these things
That's
are too.
It all looks
Crazy.
perfect from the
Yeah.
outside.
Mhm.
And
Very
There's a
rarely
lot
are people
more.
abducted or taken or like that's glorified. Like
right.
from that one podcast we did a long time ago.
Yeah.
About that
The scare
abduction at
people think-
Heinz.
Yeah, whatever happened to all of that?
Exactly.
Whatever
Same-
happened to all
the
of
same
that?
thing that happened to Coney 2012. Nothing.
But no, you don't see like even aside from like that situation, you don't see any of that. What was it? It was like sex trafficking from the
Yeah.
mall stories.
Yeah, man.
Like, that doesn't happen anymore.
Like everything else on social media, it's a phase for a week
Uh-huh.
yeah.
and then it goes away.
Yeah. I remember you guys talked about that one of my first episodes. You
Yeah.
guys went into that discussion about the Highland Square area and all
Yeah.
that. And yeah, I remember that at the time.
Everything's just the current hype and like what can get people all like jazzed up and excited, and
Yeah.
then they move on to whatever the next thing is. Like,
Yeah.
I
just like
blame
this
Taken. Everybody thinks that Taken is the reality where
Uh-huh.
there's just beautiful girls getting kidnapped and having underground auctioneer sites to
Right.
some sleazy billionaire. Like that doesn't exist.
I mean, it probably does. Just
It
not to the
probably
extent
does,
that you
but not
think.
like that.
Not to the extent
That-
that
Yeah,
it doesn't happen every 20 minutes.
right. Yeah, that's wild.
Maggie Grace.
Who's that?
Nothing. Never mind.
Wait, what?
So because of my DoorDash thing, did you have a business that you wanted to talk about too?
Yeah. I mean, I'll get into it real quick.
I mean, take your time.
So there's a local business. I'm not going to mention names. Nick knows who it is, but
I'll mention names.
okay,
if
well, that's up to you if you want to. But there's a local business that I
I
ordered.
don't know what it is yet.
I ordered a product from. It was $250 product. I had to get it customized and all that. This was almost 6 weeks ago now.
Was it a trophy?
No.
Is it a belt?
It's a jersey. So there you go. That narrows it down.
You know
Rubber
who-
ducks?
Yeah.
Oh.
So I was waiting until somebody else said it, and then that's fine.
Freaking rubber duck. Ken Babby, get your shit together.
So I can understand.
Your boy ordered a jersey 6 years ago, and you still haven't given it to him.
We want the arrows back.
We want the arrows back. You're fired.
I would have rather ordered
Go
an
back to
Arrows
Miami.
jersey.
All right, so you ordered a rubber ducks jersey.
Yeah,
they suck.
it would be 6 weeks on Wednesday. So basically, I ordered it, and I knew, everything going on, it was going to take a little while longer.
Sponsored by Raise Energy.
There it is. We got a sponsorship on.
Yeah, that's taking forever.
Do they make them themselves?
They
Apparently.
they have the jerseys that are regular. They have like, the Akron on the front of it.
Yeah.
But on the back, I got it customized to say the Film Freak, the number 24 for Ken Griffey.
Yeah.
So I said, I'll send it out. It's $200 for the jersey itself. It's an extra $50 for the customization.
And it's like orange jersey, right?
It is the orange one.
Yeah.
It's the third
The
alternate,
color's dope.
which I think is sharp.
Yeah.
Can it be embroidered? Like your name?
Yeah, on the back they do.
That's
They send it out to a local embroidery, and they've been closed during this whole COVID stretch.
Who's the embroiderer?
I don't know. But they said, so what happened was
give them a shout out.
they've had it for 2 weeks. Last week they said, we'll give it to them. It's going to be a couple of days. You'll get it back probably by Thursday or Friday. No problem. I said, cool. Awesome. Then I get a email on Friday that says, he goes, well, I guess they're backed up or whatever. It's going to take at least another week just to even get it in there. I said, this is starting to get a little ridiculous.
Yeah.
And I'm a hard guy to piss off, but like, this is almost 6 weeks now, man. Like there needs to be a discount. There needs to be something. I mean, if I couldn't get this done in the first place, you should have either made it to where I can't order it or tell me right away, like, look, this is going to be a long time before you can get this. We're just giving you a fair warning.
That's what I was going to ask. Was there any notice?
There was
like delayed.
There was no notice just from the start. I waited 4 weeks before I even got one email. Because I wrote them after 1 week and I said, I'm just curious to know how long this usually takes. Just let me know whenever. And then they wrote me back, about a month later, finally, and they said, well, our embroider's opening this Tuesday. We're going to get it into them, and then we'll get it done and everything. Cool. Yeah. I was still easy at this point. Like I was still fine and everything's going good. But it's just the lack of communication back and forth that's upsetting me. And I finally got somewhat resolution this week. One of the like marketing executives or something contacted me and they said, we know your situation. We've kind of studied the emails back and forth. There's a long span here, where you weren't written or communicated with anything. We apologize about that. We'd like to offer you this and this and this. I did turn it down just because I would rather have my jersey right now. And I feel like I'm one of those guys that unless I've really, really been wronged, I don't take the free stuff in hand. I just want my damn jersey. That's it. Right. So I told him that. I said, I appreciate all this. And the stuff they were offering me was pretty nice. But I said, I just want my jersey. Just get it to me as soon as you can, please. And that's where we're at right now.
That's like what happened when I had that situation with DoorDash and that dude calling me, or that chick, whoever it was, calling me like a cheap ass. They were throwing everything at me to like give me stuff. And I was like, this isn't about getting anything free. Yeah. I just don't want this happening to somebody else. Like, because you can't treat people that way. It's not
I think me and Jesse are the complete opposite.
We're the total opposite.
And that's fine.
Stuff.
I won't ask for stuff, but if you offer me stuff, I'll be like, that might help the wound.
Yeah. And I totally understand that.
Yeah.
What he offered me was, I'll get it out there on the table. He offered me a week of games in one of the suites upstairs.
Bro.
So,
Podcast game.
I know.
Message him back and tell him you want
your jersey yet?
No.
Email him back.
Boy still wants his jersey. He still wants his jersey, and he wants
yes, God damn it,
the podcast.
Am I gonna watch a game by myself?
We're going.
Well, even when we last spoke, though, it was he still offered it on the table. So even if I ever did want it, I probably could just take it back.
You want it?
But when I got into that big dispute with Ken Babby, he offered me to come watch like several games with him in the suite.
Did he?
Yeah. I turned them all down. He did.
What was your dispute?
We got in a dispute over like a T-shirt design. It was a big
I was going to ask, wasn't that?
Yeah. And he reached out to me. He's like, look, I apologize about it's not about like bringing down small business or anything. He's like, it's with the MLB and stuff. It's just an issue, whatever. And he's like, I'd love to have you come watch some games with me in my suite or whatever. And I was like, whatever.
I've always thought that it was him looking at our designs, submitting them to the MLB.
Right.
Since we got that
I think it's someone from up north.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
That's the thing that I
don't
understand.
That company that gets their windows blown out all the time.
I don't even think it was them. I think it was the other one that gave you shit.
Oh.
I don't even want to call them out.
Yeah,
I don't even want to promote them. But yeah, I think that's who it was.
That type of stuff has never made sense to me when it comes to your guys' T-shirts, because you've had that happen a couple times, haven't you?
Yeah, I got a cease and desist by the MLB.
But then you've got like little businesses like the one in Summit Mall where they're just screen printing stuff right away.
Clean 23.
How do they get away with that?
Here's the thing: unless somebody says anything, we got someone said something.
But that's like a high traffic Summit Mall
but nobody,
area.
Nobody cares.
But customers aren't going to say anything because they want to
somebody
buy
petty was after you.
Somebody said
probably
something.
what it was.
Somebody
a competitor or something
consistently on our ass about it.
Wow.
Huh.
They felt threatened.
Do you still have the cease and desist?
I have the letter somewhere for sure. I kept all that.
Frame that.
That's what I was gonna say. Frame that shit, man.
Dude, it was like it was the
legit
lawyer from the MLB.
Like
the
he
MLB's
he
lawyer.
said it to me, and my butthole got so tight.
I talked to him on the phone for like 3 hours.
Dude,
He was
right
cool.
here.
He was cool as hell.
He was cool. I remember you saying
He
that.
was real nice. He was super cool. Like when that happened, they
Hey,
let me
man.
sell everything I had still. They didn't like fine me. They were just like, you can't make any more
Just,
of it.
you can sell your inventory. That's
And
fine.
then that's it.
But after that, that's it. And they were like
And if you do it again, I'll put you in the street.
We had the MLB one, Believeland.
Kipnis.
We got a cease and desist for the Believeland.
Yeah,
Kipnis, we got one.
I think so.
Oh, we
Just
did
for-
get one for Kipnis.
Uh-huh.
Just
You're
for
right.
using the word.
Believeland was apparently copyrighted.
And then-
So then I broke the word up. It was believe and land still really big next to each other, and then I put in the really small and sold a shit ton of them.
And then we would get shit for the color schemes.
Yeah,
Oh yeah. See, that's
it's a big ordeal. Like,
That's bullshit.
and I always did my best to really try, but again, someone was out putting out complaints because otherwise,
How do they do color schemes though? Like, there's literally colors that go well
So-
together. That you,
it's
if I do an orange and a blue shirt, the Broncos gonna
no.
come and get me.
If you cross 2 of 3 intellectual property law rules in one item, then you're in
so
trouble.
colors, words.
So I can make a brown and orange shirt. It just can't be a brown and orange shirt. That's a brown shirt.
So it's brown. It's colors. It's
It would be colors
icons and names.
Yes. So like if you use the colors and a name,
And that's why
or colors and like a similar logo,
the Clee 23, I think, gets away with a lot because they're so simple.
because it says
Yeah.
Clee 23 on it, and maybe it's red, white, and blue for the Indians, but
Exactly.
it doesn't reference the
So-
Indians or Cleveland
right.
Indians. Or
So
anything
if
on
you
it.
had something though, like when we talk color schemes, does it
Mhm.
have to be their actual? Like if you did a brown shirt,
Mhm.
if you have an orange shirt that says "Go Browns,"
then it's at that point.
does it have to be
if-
brown and orange?
if you're using colors from their team scheme.
Oh,
Now with that, you can get. So I browned.
could you
one
do
time.
like a light orange and be like, "Well, it's not your colors"?
No, as long as well, that's why I see with the Rubber Ducks. What I did is it was an issue because of the design, and the shirt was blue and orange.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So all I did was change it to black and teal and white
And
and
that
gray.
was the better
and
one
it was
anyway.
Dope.
Yeah.
And everyone
I
was
have
like,
that
"This is
shirt.
way better than all the ones that they
Yeah.
sell." But so like with the Browns, that one, depending how you market it, you can get away with it because Browns. There's high school teams that are like the Browns.
Right.
So as long as it's simple enough.
There's high school teams that
Yes.
are the Vikings. I mean, my fucking T-ball team was
Mhm.
the Marlins.
So it just depends on it's really
Yeah, but
it's
Little
really
League has a deal with Major League Baseball.
yeah it's a really
I didn't
fine
know that.
line that I really always was pretty good about not crossing, and there was times where whatever it happened and
And there's times where we couldn't avoid it. Like we have to make a LeBron James T-shirt for the
Yep.
championship,
Yeah.
and we just
but that we never had any issues with.
I mean,
we
we
sold a
didn't.
shit ton
The-
of those.
the NBA never gave us shit.
Nope.
Did it say your business name on
NBA
the
is the
letter?
best league for that type of stuff.
We didn't even
though.
have any issues with football stuff.
No.
It was only in
Or
it was
college.
only in baseball.
You didn't get anything from college?
No, because
Ooh,
we did
I would
Ohio
think they'd be
State
the ones that
stuff.
would get
Yeah,
you best.
that would be the one
The
I would think
only
too.
shirt designs we had issues with was baseball. MLB was it.
That's weird.
It's not weird to me because they're so strict,
Yep.
and it's why their fan base is so small.
Yeah.
They don't market their sport.
Yeah.
They're the
Oh,
worst.
oh,
They
yeah.
don't. I couldn't tell you
Superstars, yeah.
5 superstars in
No,
baseball.
they're the worst, and that's why their fan base is dying, and they're not doing enough to keep their sport alive. They don't allow replays of games.
Yeah.
Like whenever if there's a game going on right now and somebody just hit a home run, you can't find that anywhere.
Yeah.
Hmm.
They're like tightly locked
They're
down.
locked on everything,
Yeah.
and they don't give acts. Like if you see an NBA play and somebody slam dunk,
It's all over
You'll
the place.
find that
on
everywhere.
there instantly.
They want to
And-
market their brand.
Exactly. MLB is not that way at all.
Yeah.
That doesn't make any sense either because,
doesn't.
like, what are they trying to do? Entice you to watch the games live and hope something happens?
They're
Like,
enticing you to
doesn't
try
make
to
any
go
sense.
to the game.
And what I find refreshing about that is that's coming from the baseball guy
Yeah,
too. You know,
it's one of the most infuriating things that's killing that sport, and
Yeah.
it'll be its downfall.
right on.
'Cause that's the thing. Like baseball's a long thing. I'd love to be able to see like a highlight reel of like
Yeah,
some
man.
awesome stuff,
Absolutely.
and not a freaking 12-inning game when they go into extra innings and it's forever.
Right.
It's an all-day. It's an
Or take the-
all-day thing.
Take that game and condense it into a 30-minute highlight reel
yeah,
and just watch that.
and put that on somewhere I can watch it.
Or even
You could. That'd be so.
I thought it would be so cool for them to partner with Marvel even or some big brand where they have like
Dude, like the NBA jerseys.
Marvel jerseys or like they have
Oh.
like Spider-Man come in for a day or like they
Dude.
need to market their sport.
Those NBA jerseys that they came out mixed
So
with
dope.
Marvel were
I know.
And in my opinion, baseball has the best jerseys. That's my opinion.
They do.
So like Nick says, you could have fun with that. You could do so many things.
And that just goes down to a big rabbit hole I won't get into.
Let's reel it in and we'll talk more in locker room
We'll
talk.
go down that way, but yeah.
We'll talk about it more in locker room talk. We had two more things. Quick COVID update.
It's kind of our thing.
That's our gig. That's our thing. That's what we're here for you guys. There was a concert in Israel where 1,000 or thousands of people,
thousands
of people like basically went to a concert strictly to just protest the like stay at home or like lockdown.
Yeah,
So,
it was mostly Indian pop artists, is what I'm getting. Nobody like of the American stage was over there, but yeah, I guess India citizens are getting pretty fed up with everything going on. An estimated 3,000 people attended a gig in Tel Aviv on Thursday that was organized by an official protest. Concerts are still banned under social distancing measures in Israel, with the country recording at least 279 deaths from coronavirus.
You know what, though?
So
India
they
has
get
such
shut
a
down?
high population. Like, that government's probably like, that's like 12 people showing up in
yeah,
America.
but it was in Israel, but
Yeah.
it was Indian, like people from India that were going.
Yeah, it was Indian artists. I guess they're real big over
Weird.
there, so yeah.
Okay.
India is one place you do not want an outbreak to happen.
Hell no, bro.
Yeah.
It's so densely populated
Good
there.
Lord.
I mean, that's as big as it gets, right?
Yeah.
I mean, population-wise.
I mean,
insane.
the World
man.
Health Organization said that South America is the epicenter now. So it's like migrating
Moving its way over.
around.
Yeah, because all the tight.
So I feel like it's just gonna, if it goes back over to India and we open up travel again, it's all bad.
Is travel still banned between here and Europe?
I don't
Do we
know.
I haven't
know?
heard anything.
I haven't
about
heard
travel.
anything. I haven't
This is
heard of
our
it
gig.
being lifted. I'll have to check with my sources.
I know it was like a initial 30-day ban between here and Europe, but I don't know if that ever got extended or if they've taken it down since.
I would think they haven't taken it down yet.
Yeah.
I would think so.
Not in the first stages. I wouldn't. I'd say that's probably the last stage.
Mhm.
So there's that, and then also Trump ordered churches to open.
Yep.
I guess.
I don't think they were
There's
ever
a-
closed in Ohio.
Well,
though.
churches are the
No.
people, though. They're not the buildings. So I don't know what he like asked to reopen. But
Some governors are saying that they have to stay closed, and he's saying that he's going to force them to open, which people are arguing
was gonna
that he does not
override
have the
them.
power for.
yeah.
So there's like a big to-do about it.
He was quoted as saying they're going to be the best churches ever.
The biggest churches. It's going to be fantastic.
Oh my
All
God.
God will definitely be there.
I also saw an article where a pastor who was
Wait, God's not normally there?
he was
He's gonna
praying for
definitely
the
be there.
coronavirus to go away, and he died of coronavirus.
I heard
saw
about that
that,
on the Alan
yeah.
Cox show this
Yeah.
week.
So
Yeah.
thoughts
Well,
and prayers.
Shout out Alan Cox.
Yep.
That's like Nick Roth's cousin, or his cousin's married to Alan Cox or something.
Really?
Nick like kicks it with him at like barbecues and stuff.
Damn.
Not me.
Not Nick Mancuso, but Nicholas Roth from Nick's Landscaping and Dumpster Rentals, nickslandscaping.com.
Pastor who claimed
Not
to
a
cure
sponsor.
coronavirus with faith dies of coronavirus.
Imagine that. God was
Whoops.
on his side, apparently.
Uh-oh.
Do not know the way.
Why are you looking at me?
Why would God do that
Why
to
you look so
someone?
just-
Hey,
Why would God take one
God
of his
gave us
own?
doctors. If you're ignorant to that and you don't want to listen to
I
it,
was just
like
curious your take.
Jesse, give us answers.
I'm not a faith heals all thing, man. God gave us common sense and he gave you medicine and all this other stuff. Use the medicine. You need a miracle, I'll pray for you. But
Jeez.
if you need a miracle and the miracle could be go to the doctor and get a fucking shot, then
This story is wild.
Yeah, this is the pastor.
Yeah, it says a pastor and former presidential candidate in Cameroon who claimed he had cured coronavirus via laying hands has reportedly died of the infection. Franklin
probably from laying hands on people with coronavirus.
Nidifor died on Saturday at the age of 39. The authorities had to use force to enter his residence because his followers, who believed he was a prophet, had blocked entry
Oh
as
my-
they prayed for his resurrection.
Well, that's not a fucking Christian. That's a cult leader. David Koresh said he was a Christian. Don't hit the button.
The thoughts and comments of Jesse Young do not reflect the Made to Motivate podcast in any way.
Again, Jesse using the Lord's name in vain.
The pastor was quoted as saying, "This motherfucking virus ain't real."
He did not say that.
Oh.
Brought to you by the Huffington Post.
Oh my gosh.
Jesus.
We're allowed to cuss on this show.
We are.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I did it
I don't-
twice.
yeah, we can cuss all we want. All righty. Well, yeah. So churches are reopening and
Not chicken.
churches chicken. Well, they
Love that chicken from
they could
Popeyes.
close.
Man, that was really good.
It was good.
The last topic we had at hand was our boy Joe Biden. man of the people.
Is he?
Let me just see if I can pull up the clip.
This dude, yeah. Can you get that clip?
Yeah.
What a great
Hold
election.
on. This dirty Joe. What's his name? Something Joe. What do they call him? What like what's
Do-Rag Joe.
Sleepy Joe.
Sleepy Joe.
Now it's
Do-Rag Joe.
Jesus.
Sleepy Joe out here with the hella quotes. We need to just pull
I
this
thought that
real
it was a
fast.
satire.
Me
I thought that
too.
it was an Onion
I
article.
thought it was a deep fake.
Dude,
We got it?
this fucking
I'm
guy.
trying, man.
Joe Biden.
Democrats, this is your fault. We wanted Bernie, and Bernie wouldn't have said that.
It's the
Bernie
same-
just would have been
Same shit every year.
doing work.
You got it?
I'm waiting for an ad to
Okay.
play. I'm sorry.
Oh my gosh.
To get the most senile candidate.
Well, while Nick let's get that's loading, there's a thing here that says Biden regrets saying black voters considering Trump ain't black. So he's officially apologized, if that means anything.
and then
If
I
you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, then you ain't black.
You ain't black.
That's really him?
Yes,
It
bro.
does sound
And
like,
he says it
some
with,
southern like no teeth.
Yeah.
He
you
says
have
it
a
with like
problem
a
with
big old smile
Trump-
on his face too. I know, right?
What?
The
Like
best,
he thought he was funny.
and the
He's
best,
just like, hey.
I don't even know what that means though.
the best part of that is like 5 seconds before that, his media manager was like, "We got to cut this interview. That's all the time that we have." And Joe's like, "No, we'll go on." And then as soon as he said that, his manager's like, "I fucking quit, man."
And he said it to Charlemagne the God or whatever,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Who's like a huge black radio
Like Pete,
show host.
and Joe.
Now, he didn't look offended though.
No,
But still, like,
and Joe is the only one that did not go on the Breakfast Club like a few months ago. Like Pete Buttigieg went on there.
Yeah.
Kamala Harris, I think, went on there. Like everybody was on there, and Joe
So-
decided not to. And that's probably why.
Was
Because he
his,
probably would have dropped the N word.
his comment was supposed to insinuate that if you are African American and you vote for Trump,
Then you're ignorant.
because he's racist, basically, is what they're trying
Apparently.
to insinuate. What a dumbass,
And-
bro.
Like,
he's just shooting himself in the foot.
and like we
over
get
and
it.
over.
Like I get what he's saying,
I get it, but you
but
don't
you
say
cannot
that.
say that.
yeah.
And as soon as I watched it, I was like, I understand what he's saying, and I get it, but I'm like, no,
But again,
that's not going to play well.
Question.
that's
questioning
just
black.
that's also just like the vote red or don't
Yes.
vote or blue or don't vote. Like if you're African American and you believe in some of the stuff that Trump proposes, then you can overlook certain things. Like just to say that you can't vote for him because he's made some ignorant comments, which he obviously has in the past, like that. Vote educated. We've had this conversation. Like Joe Biden's an idiot.
You're questioning someone's ethnicity when you're not that ethnicity.
Right. That was just a really bad comment. He at that point, if you are African American, you're probably going to go vote for Trump now.
Yeah.
It's all fucked up.
Here's
like,
the keys. Just go ahead and take
you
it
think
back.
he's throwing it? How much do you think he got paid?
Oh, dude, I don't know. I don't
Trump-
think so.
Trump's got that money.
Trump put that check up. Did anybody check his bank account yet?
Jesus.
Somebody's gonna hack that, right? Like somebody on Reddit is probably hacking in those numbers and gonna post his tax returns.
He don't care.
I want to know.
I want to know how much he has.
I want to know what Obama thinks about that quote from Biden.
He hasn't said
Well,
anything.
let me be clear.
Well, that was the other thing.
That son of a bitch.
I am black, and I approve.
That's he hasn't come out and backed
That's the
Biden,
black
has he?
guy. Yeah,
He has come
He
back.
did, but it took a long time.
it did
Yeah.
take a long time.
You know,
And now he's regretting it. God damn it, Joe.
Fucking Joe.
you know Obama would be the first one they'd ask too, just because he's black. Like, oh, Obama,
I'll
is this
tell you
okay?
what.
Is this all right?
I am not commenting on that. Michelle told me not to.
That was the other thing that came out. Was Trump refused to unveil Obama's portrait at the White House.
because he's 5 years
First
old.
time in 40 years, like a 40-year tradition. That's just silly.
It's just petty.
It is really petty. Like,
Whether you agree with him or not, you know how many presidents preceded someone they didn't agree with and they didn't like?
Well, everybody always goes, we didn't treat Obama like that. Why would you disrespect Trump? And now Trump's like, fucking disrespecting Obama.
Yeah,
like, everybody always tries to preach like they were never disrespectful
That's
to the
such
people
BS,
of the past. I know.
Take it
but-
from an independent voter, dude. You guys were questioning his birthplace for crying
Yeah.
out loud.
Still are.
right.
Still are.
At that point, it's just about honoring the office and like the role of president. It's nothing to
Exactly.
do whether you like that
No.
person or not. He's got to stop with the stupid.
When people
stuff,
talk about
man.
respect the presidency, it doesn't matter if you agree, respect the presidency.
Yeah.
Or when you kneel for the anthem, respect the anthem. Respect the former presidency.
Yeah, well, I do agree with the respect the presidency thing, though. Like, I think I talked about that on the show before. Like, where that used to mean, like, I think just the presidency used to mean so much more. than it does now. Now it's just like another just joke. Like everything else is just a joke.
Yeah.
Like there's no like respect or anything for him and I probably because just where we're at is
You got to operate
society and the
as a
people-
president, though. Like,
that's what I was gonna say. Like the people we've had in office,
I mean, back in
it's
the
kinda
day, it
hard
didn't
to-
matter what your politics were. You were, suit and tie. You
Right.
tried to act respectfully and do the right things, and it was a scandal if something like that happened. You
Yeah.
know, JFK and Bill Clinton and all that. That's scandal. Now it's like, well, he got a blowjob, whatever. I mean, that's not the worst thing a president could do.
Yeah. He's
it
just
didn't
mad.
affect his office. See, him getting a blowjob in office did not affect him
Right.
as president.
Right.
Some of the stuff that like Trump does
Oh, boy.
affects him as president
Oh,
because it's
boy.
out on
He's just mad because Obama hung him out to dry last week on that during that graduation thing that Nick
Yes.
was talking
That
about.
is true. That's probably why he didn't.
Oh,
do
that's
it.
totally it.
I forgot about
Direct
that.
response to that.
Well, to each their own. These children running our presidency. That's all for Let's Get Social. Anything else exciting happen in news this week?
No.
Like I feel like no news is really happening. COVID is the news.
We're still on pause.
Nothing new opened. I saw somebody that would be Hollywood Report. Something about drive-in theaters. I don't know. Let's get over to let's just do Hollywood Report. We got a lot to talk about over there anyways. Cool.
My God! Okay, it's happening. Everybody stay calm. What's the procedure, everyone? What's the procedure? Stay calm! Wait. Everybody, God down! Two teams assemble!
So fucking corny.
Hollywood Report. We were trying to figure out who was going to do the show. We got some stuff to talk about. Tenet, Justice League, Kanye. Drive-in theaters. I saw somebody complaining that they shouldn't charge people to come and see the movies.
Why?
Excuse me?
Yeah, because of COVID.
They lose money when they
Like people were legit complaining. It was on what's the one in Barberton?
Magic City.
It was on that Magic City's post that they released their like hours and stuff. They're like other theaters aren't charging. I think that price is really high because their price they like raised their price $4.
Oh, sweetie, they don't play those movies for free.
I'm like-
Someone should have told you.
Nothing's free. Like I was just like, people are so silly.
What kind of argument is that?
I don't
What
know.
is
What theaters aren't
What?
charging?
I have no idea. I didn't get into. I just saw it like as I was scrolling through because I shared the Magic City post.
it
'cause I
might
was
be
pumped.
trolling, man.
I don't know. It was, well,
That's
who knows, man? People are stupid.
You gotta watch them troll.
It's also in Barberton, so take that for granted.
Barber Tucky.
Overrated
that's
chicken.
my favorite drive-in though.
It's bad, bro.
They're not paying for dentistry out there.
Wow.
No, that's why they can't taste their chicken.
Don't hit
that
the
they
button.
think
We
is
all
good.
agree.
The thoughts and comments of Jesse Young.
I apologize if you're from Barberton.
I don't. Your chicken sucks.
I do not agree with the comments of
you
some of the people on the show.
you like their chicken?
I don't know Barberton chicken.
drier
I ain't talking
than
about like
death.
them not having dental offices and stuff. That's outside of
You
chicken talk.
should have JoJo's with your chicken, not rice. What is that?
Oh, I don't mind the rice, the spicy rice.
Yeah, well, then
Bill-
they should call it hot rice, not hot sauce.
So great. It's like eating
Yeah.
paper.
So, we've talked Tenet several times over the show the last couple of weeks.
Yeah.
There was a new trailer that came out that Nick got to see like 3 months ago.
No.
Well, part of it.
No, you
that
got
like
to see
scene, the cinema
No.
scene.
Yeah, but I saw the whole cinema scene.
Yeah, so
Oh,
he got to see part of what was in this trailer, I guess.
Damn, you
but,
actually saw the whole scene?
Yeah.
um,
It was like
Damn.
8 minutes long.
so Tenet released a new trailer. The final trailer? Is it the final?
I hope so.
I hope so.
So maybe the final trailer before it actually comes out.
Maybe they'll
and,
release the prologue.
That would be dope.
So-
Still don't know anything about it based on the trailer.
The trailer was
Which is
dope.
perfect
though.
way to do a trailer.
They've hyped up their marketing, which we can get into and have Chris and Nick kind of fill you in on. One of the things they did was they debuted it during Fortnite, which was cool, but there's more going on to just that.
Yeah.
What do you guys got for Tenet?
Yeah, so I thought that, Christopher Nolan being, a master of the cinema and wanting to see things on the biggest screen and most pristine conditions, that releasing it in Fortnite was a little odd.
Was weird.
Because you had people jumping up and down in front of you. I didn't know
Throwing
what
tomatoes.
screen to look at. I missed it completely because I was at the wrong screen.
Yeah.
People throwing arrows and tomatoes at the screen. Not ideal.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
Different
I
type of
thought that
marketing
it was,
ploy.
they're definitely trying to hit marketing more. And they pulled the release date off of the trailer.
That's what I saw too.
So
What was it previously? June something?
July
July.
17th.
yeah.
So what I think they're doing is they're tentatively Keeping it open, but with the like option to move it to Wonder Woman's spot. So because they're both WB Pictures, so keeping Wonder Woman's spot open too gives them the option to, if they have to move it into that
Did
slot.
she have a release date and they got rid of that as well?
They haven't said anything about her release date.
Okay.
And that still stayed the same.
Gotcha.
Question. Do you think that would do better than Wonder Woman?
Answer.
Because we're big fans of his, but it's not like,
I think over
I wonder what like an Inception would have done
over
versus
time it will.
Yeah.
I think Wonder Woman's gonna hit hard.
That opening box office, I think you would
because
go with
the first Wonder Woman was incredible, and it has such a big following.
Superhero movies too, man. That's so hard to go up against,
because
you got to think like kids can go see superhero movies, adults can. There's no barriers for those. Kids won't go see Tenet, obviously. So like
there's still people I know that don't like Inception and Interstellar because they're like, I don't get it. It's like, you're watching this trailer, they're at home like, what the fuck is that about?
It is a good point. Like, I don't
think inversion theory.
It's not going to pull as like, to your point. Like, we're all very big fans of his, and it does look incredible, but
it's going to be a better movie.
Yeah,
but it's not like that casual movie goer type of film.
Yeah.
Can I ask you guys something? What about the trailer moved you the most? Like, what was the single thing that did it for you?
I was so impressed with Robert Pattinson just from the trailer.
Yeah.
I thought he was doing a Christopher Nolan impression.
He kind of looked like him,
but he looks like he's like commanding every scene that he's in.
Yeah, it's good to get some lines from him.
Yeah. And I just to see, I mean, if this doesn't win best editing, I don't know what will, because the bullets and the guns flying backwards,
that was what got me.
Them in the shootout,
so dope.
And because I've watched this thing 1,000 times. And like the backs of the windows of the cars that are getting shot out from the shootout, they come back in. And like everything's moving at them. Like, I don't know how you film that.
Such a detail, man.
I don't get it. And I still don't know what it's about.
It's definitely a steelbook, like behind the scenes must buy.
Yes.
I would think you'd have to film that just like in real time and then I guess just reverse everything, right? I mean, like, but you just have to make sure your movements are defined well on camera. So like if I'm punching you, it has to be like exaggerated.
How do you do that car chase like that? And that car chase from the first trailer, it looks so much longer and in depth. Yeah. It's not just like a little, oh my gosh.
I believe it's probably green screen. Like the reverse stuff was filmed forward and reversed. And then like where they're not reversed was like green screen and like fit in and like pieced together. But to Nick's point, the editing is insane.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, Nick nailed that.
And
for
the
sure.
sound.
Yeah, the sound gets me. I was a big fan of the sound.
I don't know about the green screen though, because you watch good green screen, and there's still times when you can pick it out. And I mean, it's only the trailer so far, so maybe the movie will be different. But like,
I can't tell. They have to have done something because
absolutely, I just don't know.
They're not moving in reverse, but like the other stuff is.
And they're like fighting in that hallway, and the bullet, on the glass are like coming off.
Yeah, and you can see the bullet holes like kind of regressing back.
And she's like, "You're not firing the bullet, you're catching it." I'm like.
Yeah,
and that Robert
me so much.
And then he's just like, "Oh,
Robert
like he doesn't
says,
get it either."
What happened there?" And he's like, "It hasn't happened yet." But like, but it's happened.
And then he's like breathing.
Yeah,
and he's like, if you're here, that means this hasn't happened yet.
Yeah.
So,
but like you said, but you're there.
I know, man.
So is this because? And then they said inversion. Like, is this like a parallel universe that you have access to? And he can control his parallel universe.
It seems like a government option.
Because that was the thing. He was like, "Well, you're talking time travel," and she was like, "No." He's. What did she say?
Inversion.
Exactly?
Yeah.
But like she said, he can access it or something. Like there was a quote like that. I don't remember what she said.
Yeah, I don't remember either.
And from what I hear, this is like, because they say the line, is this World War III? And he goes, no, so much worse.
Yeah.
So like, I honestly, what I've heard is that this is over like the world going to war and all that. And we have the advantage to go back in time and start, kind of like Inception did with the dreams.
Yeah.
We have the ability to change things and to manipulate them to our favor.
Because in the part that you guys didn't see in the orchestra where they're everybody's like passed out and asleep.
Yeah.
There's like an agency where they're trying to go in there and kill someone.
Oh, okay.
And David Washington and Robert Pattinson's character get put into that as part of the agency. Like they have patches that they put on to fit in. So they know that this has happened already. So they're like going as part to like foil the plan. And then somebody notices that their patch is wrong.
Okay, yeah.
And then they start shooting at them, but everybody's like passed out asleep because of this gas that they pump through.
I can't wait, bro.
I got fucking chills right now.
There's so much vulnerability in that scene too, because anybody you're shooting that's in the audience, they're dead, man. I mean, like, you know, they're getting a bullet to it. For me, I don't know about you guys, the music was like the hallmark for me. What I love about Christopher Nolan's trailers is this rarely happens in film, surprisingly, but the music you hear in trailers is very rarely inserted into movies.
Mhm.
He
It's
does
like
it all the
separate,
time,
yeah.
and I can't wait to hear this score in this
because
movie.
his music and his movies are a character.
Yeah.
And every movie he has, time as a character too. So I'm really interested. Like if you go back to Dunkirk, like the ticking of the clock
stopwatch,
it like syncs up through all of the different vantage points. And in one vantage point that's faster because that's happening in like a day. And the stuff that's happening in a month, that time is slower. But if you play them all together, it's the same time.
Wow, I never even realized that.
Yeah, he's nuts, dude.
Yeah. He did the same thing in Interstellar when they were on that planet and you hear the ticking and that's
Ticking.
like the years
And then
that are
in
going
Inception,
by up in the station. And
Inception, the time of the music, you know when the kick is happening.
Yeah. Right.
So I'm interested to see how that plays here because you know it's gonna. I mean, obviously time is a factor,
right?
But it's interesting that Hans isn't working on this, and it's all Ludwig.
I heard it's from the guy that does.
He did Black Panther.
Yeah. He's Kendrick's producer too.
Yes.
So yeah, I'm interested if this is what he's got, dude. I'm down. I mean, I love Hans too. Not as much as you, obviously, but I love Hans too. But this guy seems to know his stuff.
Yeah, it sounds really good from what I can hear.
I think the music sounds good. And to your point about Robert, like I think he's matured so much as an actor. Watching him on screen in this was really nice, which just excites me for Batman.
Oh my God, yeah dude.
Because he just has come together so much.
And people are getting so pissed because he came out in an interview like 2 weeks ago or something, and they interviewed him about Batman. They said, well, you don't seem to be like hulking up or anything for your role. And he goes, yeah, I'm not going to.
I know a lot of people that are
People
I
were
know a lot of comic book people that are pissed about it.
I love that.
I do too. He's making it his own.
That's
dude.
what I'm saying. And if his character he thinks doesn't need to be bulky and he's playing a different version of that character, then that's the one I want because that's authentic.
That's what he believes in.
And if I get some half-assed like vision that's not his, it's not going to work.
Yeah, they wanted him to bulk up, I guess, and he was like, I'm not doing it.
No.
Not putting my body through it.
It's really hard on you. You get like gout and stuff.
Man,
you put on all that weight and then lose all that weight. It's rough.
He's going to have the suit on. He'll look good. Like,
yeah.
He'll look buff.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Like the Batman suit is buff. Like, Michael Keaton wasn't like giantly buff.
Val
or
Kilmer
anything.
wasn't
It was
either.
Val Kilmer.
Christian Bale wasn't giant either.
No, he was just really toned.
He's always like in shape.
But he's like,
but
I mean, he wasn't like Ben Affleck. Like,
I don't think it's part
Ben
of the
was
role.
Ben was huge.
Ben was jacked.
Yeah.
That was a whole different Batman, though.
I know.
We can
Speaking
talk
of that
about
Batman,
Justice League. Yeah,
What a
let's talk about
transition.
Justice League.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was huge.
he got so jacked for that.
What is it? Justice League Snyder Cut.
Yes.
Fill us in what that is, because like I had to ask you guys. I didn't know what that means. So for like the listeners, what is like the Snyder Cut? What does that mean?
So with any movie, the director will first of all have their own cut that they will give to the studio to pass off for permission. They'll say, is this good enough to show in movies or not? More times than not, a studio will get involved and they will say, well, no, we don't like this. Cut this, cut this, cut this, all over the place.
Okay.
So a Snyder Cut, or a director's cut as it's known, is always the first cut of a movie. That is the one that is turned in that the director has the most confidence in.
Okay.
And this cut apparently is 4 hours long.
Damn.
They cut it down to 2.
Yeah, they cut it to 2 for the theatrical cut.
Okay.
So and the rumor right now is that it's either going to be one of two things. They're either going to show it as a 4-hour movie on HBO Go, or they're going to do it episodically.
4. I saw like 4 episodes or something.
Is it 4? Maybe it is 4. Yeah, that would make sense. An hour, I guess, each. So yeah, they're going to cut it off into branches. I don't have HBO Go. I don't know if
I do.
You guys do.
I'll get it.
I would say I would if I
This
did.
will
I
make
would
me
be
get it.
signing up for it, but I already have it.
Yeah.
So
I had it to watch Watchmen, and then I got rid of it.
Oh, did you ever watch Watchmen?
Uh-huh.
That's
So good.
didn't he like fall out partway through this movie
Yeah,
or something?
he
though?
started doing it, and then he had a death in his family. I think his daughter passed away, and he stepped away from it. And then they hired Joss Whedon to come in and do some reshoots.
Yeah.
And it changed the tone of the movie completely.
So did he go back and like remake? Obviously not reshoot the movie,
he's
but
gonna
remake
take
it.
everything that he has, plus they're giving him $30 million to do reshoots.
Yeah.
What?
And
Oh, no shit.
and everybody is like super on board.
Yeah.
Like Jason Momoa is on board. Like they're all
I saw
psyched
him,
because they
dude.
know
Release
what-
the fucking
because
cut.
they know what it looks like, and
Yeah.
they know because say what you want about Zack Snyder and how he shoots stuff, but when it comes to comic book stuff, he takes the pages and just paints them,
Yeah.
and it's like, oh my god, it's just
So here's my
His
thing.
visual's never been a problem.
no, especially with DC style movies.
Yeah.
Is this kind of like, if you're the other guy, is this like a big slap in the face?
Oh
Like,
yeah, absolutely.
So that dude's probably like,
No, nobody likes Joss Whedon's version.
okay.
Yeah.
Well,
That's the thing is he
I-
ruined.
I know,
He
I had- I-
ruined the
I didn't
DC
mind it,
like
but-
aspect of
Yes.
it
That's fine.
because you had.
I mean, I enjoyed
Like,
Justice League for sure. Don't get me wrong.
yeah, I liked
see.
it.
I thought it was corny, but
I
like
mean-
There were parts of that were corny.
If-
Absolutely.
like Man of Steel, I'm not a huge fan of it like you are, but it's good enough. And
Mhm.
Wonder Woman is good,
Mhm.
but like the branch off from this movie was completely ruined. This universe that they were going for because Justice League didn't have the success that they thought it would.
Right,
It wasn't like the Avengers where it
Right.
blew up and everybody loved it and they wanted more.
right.
So if you could get this release back and everybody watches it and it's incredible, you're right back on track. You still have a
So-
Flash movie to make, a Cyborg movie to make. You could make your Batman movies again.
I don't know if that Flash
Well,
movie is going to happen.
And then the
After
end
the
of
trouble
Justice
he got in.
League, where they left off, like there was going to be another movie.
Choke that girl.
I didn't hear about that.
Yeah, in the store.
What'd you say? I'm sorry.
Remember the end of Justice League? They left it open to there being another movie.
Oh yeah,
And then nothing happened with it. So I wonder if Snyder came back on.
maybe
Like if this does well, would they make another one?
I don't. You got to convince Ben Affleck to be Batman.
I know.
Yeah, they so
And I don't know because they're moving, and I don't know if Robert Pattinson's is in this universe.
I wouldn't think so.
I was under the impression that he was not.
That's
Yeah.
where I'm confused too, is with the new Batman. What is this a whole nother spinoff?
I think it is.
Yeah.
It's not going to be a part of like
And
a
that's why it's
continued
confusing.
storyline. Yeah.
I think that you have to think of Justice League as just
One off.
like a special version you get with your DVD. It's the
Yeah.
same movie, nothing extra, and doesn't lead into anything new. It's just
Yeah.
a different version.
Well, it's what Batman versus Superman did. They were talking about that longer cut, and they were saying like this is going to fill in so many things and all that.
yeah,
I watched it; it was a better movie. I'll say that, but like it wasn't groundbreaking or anything. It didn't.
They did another Batman vs Superman?
Yeah, they did it. The director's cut, the original one.
It was like 30 minutes of footage though, right?
It was
wasn't
30
much
or 40
longer.
minutes more. It wasn't much, but like, yeah, the stuff they filled in, it's like, well, yeah, now certain things make a little bit more sense, but I'm like, it doesn't really help the value of the movie for
Like
me.
Luther going onto the ship and learning about how to use it and all that type of
Yeah,
stuff.
more Luther backstory than anything.
Yeah.
I liked that movie though. I'd like to see that.
Yeah, you should definitely check it out. I read an article this week about the Snyder cut that was kind of interesting. It kind of talked about, first of all, the canon in terms of, is it, with Matt Reeves Batman and all that. They didn't really have answers for it, but the more compelling side of the article that I liked was they talked about, so where does this leave the future of not only superhero cinema, but also every movie that you're dissatisfied with? So is this giving toxic fandom what they want in terms of saying like,
yeah.
if they complain enough, will they get what they want?
That's a good point because
Yeah.
Well, that happened with Sonic also.
yes,
I don't think that's a negative thing though.
no, but with
I think you should
That's
get
a little
what you
bit
want,
different because people
kinda.
were reacting to a trailer.
Right.
This
true.
after the movie came out, the Snyder Cut movement has been one of the most crazy fan movements ever.
People would joke about it. They didn't think it was going to come to fruition because it's very rare that you get to see the actual original cut of a movie.
Right.
So for this to happen, it's truly
And
groundbreaking.
for a long time, people thought that it just didn't exist.
Yeah.
Because nobody ever acknowledged that it was real.
Right.
And people were like, and then you'd hear snippets like, I've seen part of it, or, it's real. Like Zach still's working on it.
Right.
Like people are saying that he's used this while he's been away as like a cathartic thing to get him back into filmmaking.
Right.
Because his loss happened when this happened. So him finishing this project is helping him deal with that loss.
Yeah.
And to me, oh my God, that's whenever you get those passion projects and whenever you get things that are just amazing.
Mhm.
And that's what's hyping me about, because if I know all that passion's behind it.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with that, especially if it's like, if it's an original thing, then that's fine. Like if Tenet somehow sucked, which it's not going to, but if it did and a bunch of people bitched and they wanted it to be something different, I have a problem with that because that's an original idea. But like when you're pulling from sources of things that people are passionate about, comics that go back 70 years, that's already something that's established that people love that you're messing with.
Mhm.
And if it's not good, then I think that you should be able to hold people accountable to say, no, man, this is the type of Flash we want to see. We don't want to see this. Or this is the type of Aquaman we want to see.
Right.
Like, people loved the new look of the Jason Momoa tough guy Aquaman because he's corny, and that's like always been the joke going back. I like that. But like if people were pissed about it and they were like, no, we want the corny one, I think that they should do that, because ultimately we are the ones that you're making these movies for, this group of fans of people.
Right.
So that's what it needs to be tailored to. If this movie comes out and it's amazing, take note of what we like,
right,
and make things better going forward.
Yeah. And I think they're just looking for anything to save that universe right now. Like in terms of, if they have to give fans what they want, finally prove to them that you're on their side, and fix it.
That's what the beauty of Marvel was when you got, what's his name? Can't think of it. The head of everything. Kevin Feige. He is a comic book fan.
Yeah.
So we got lucky with a guy who was producing everything to say, hey, I come from this
Russo's
group
too.
that you guys are in. Right. Russo's also. And they created the best movies. So I think we got lucky with that, but most people we don't.
For them to commit $30 million, though,
that's a lot of money.
Tells me that they have, they've seen the footage and they know it's going to work.
Yeah, I mean, and that's HBO, dude. I mean, they do have money, but they don't have like studio money. They don't have like, whatever Universal money and Disney and shit like that.
So do they get the rights to, like, how are they going to make money off of the $30 million they give them?
Streaming. I mean, you got to sign up for it, don't you?
Yeah. HBO Go, you do. But
I'm going to sign up for HBO to watch it.
Yeah. So if everybody pays $6 though,
well, if they release
$6
it weekly,
per like month, but you can sign up for just a month and cancel it.
Probably so many they get
It's
to
not even
like,
a movie ticket price.
if you get 1 million, maybe you get a bonus from it or something. Like, if we sell 1 million subscriptions, we get X amount of money.
Or I don't know what the deal is between Warner Brothers and HBO.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Like, there's got to be something for them to be given all that money.
well, and plus when they did Game of Thrones, I know that they set it up in a way that you had to have 2 months of subscription. Like for that last episode, you had to be subscribed for a month to get that last one. So they might do something like that too, just to capitalize on the money.
And I don't know how those streaming services make their money. I don't know how many people subscribe, because I mean, Game of Thrones is how many millions per episode? It was like 10 million per episode or something.
Yeah,
it's crazy. And then you got
merchandise.
I was going to say you have
rights
merchandising. You have HBO Store, advertising. There's a lot that goes into it, and honestly, 30 million.
But this won't be as big as Game of Thrones. You got to think that spanned over the course of 10 years or something? Because it took a couple of years for all those.
I was just using that as an example for the price per episode.
Yeah, right. But that's what I'm saying. I could see how they made their money back, but when you get into something like this, where it's so much money into one event,
then
that's already been released.
Well, if they're gonna, they've got to release like Snyder Cut Blu-rays, Snyder Cut, T-shirts that say "Release the Snyder Cut." Like they're gonna really go
they're gonna
into
have to
it.
capitalize on stuff.
Yeah, because the fandom behind the Snyder Cuts are really gonna pay for it.
I just want to sit down and watch the whole thing through.
I know, me too. I'd rather them release it as a 4-hour thing.
I'd pay more to watch it all at once than I would.
Me too.
The subscriptions.
Yeah, that's a good question. I guess it just depends how the movie's going. If the pacing's going really sound or whatever, because you would like to sit down and watch it for a whole 4 hours, but 4 hours is a long investment.
Especially because you don't necessarily have 4 acts in the movie to make a clean cut for 4 episodes.
Think if you took like Endgame and you said, "I'm going to make this into 3 1-hour series," you got to wait in between.
It sucked.
Like I would hate that. I want to be able to just watch it in its entirety and get that full experience. I don't want to. It's not because it's not filmed. Like unless they film it knowing that it's gonna to like break it up, like they're not.
It's gonna be awkward
to
break
show.
up.
Yeah, like
because you're gonna have to leave on an episode somewhere.
Yeah,
and I don't know how they would edit that to make unless, like you said, they specifically shoot.
They're going to have to shoot it differently
to end the episodes.
But even that I don't like. I don't want you to change the story in order to tailor to that.
And what do you do? Like at the beginning, go previously on Justice League.
Right. Yeah, that's the thing. Like it's just movies are filmed for a one length to be watched as like one thing. And shows are filmed differently.
Originally, wasn't Zack Snyder's like a hard PG-13?
Yeah,
and then the Batman vs Superman was going to be rated R.
Yeah, that was the rumor.
I've seen the rated R version.
Yeah, me too.
And
Batman says fuck.
It's not that much. Yeah, he's killing people.
Yeah,
like big time.
So I mean, I'm hoping if it's on HBO Max, we get some black and white, like gritty fighting, like stylized Sin City type things. That's what I want to see.
And
that would be dope.
What I want to see is Darkseid. Like that's the big key. Like more focus on Darkseid. See what he has to bring to the table.
I just hope that budget doesn't suffer with the visual effects.
Yeah. That was kind of always like my big problem with Batman vs Superman. Like some of the backgrounds and the green screens were so
Awful.
horrendous. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
But-
excited.
I think we're all excited for it.
Absolutely. So we got Justice League coming out, and then
Do you know how to do like a trailer reaction, like where we all watch a
That would
trailer
be
at the same
cool.
time and
Yeah.
then put the trailer at the bottom of the screen?
yeah, we could
I think we should do that for trailers that
just
come out.
do like the Zoom facing all of us while we watch it.
That would be dope.
It's like if there's a trailer that comes out for Snyder Cut, we all
Are we allowed to like put the video on? Like, would we be able to put that trailer online?
Reverse
though?
it. Reverse it. Like, can't you?
No, I know that, but would we be able to put the trailer video within the video?
yeah,
and put
people
that
do
on
it all the
YouTube?
time.
Yeah,
Yeah, you just mirror it.
yeah, we could do that easily.
He's talking about like rights because of copyright.
I'm just saying, like, would they take it down?
I don't use. There's certain things you have to put on there, like copyright of something. Like,
Yeah,
but I think if there's a trailer that comes out for Snyder Cut or
I'm
a trailer,
down.
something, we should all like agree not to watch it
I'm down.
I'm down.
and then record our reactions.
You guys always watch it before I do.
I know.
Anyway, like,
I'm really bad at
You're
it.
the
Yeah.
worst. Yeah, man. You'll be the one that'll be like, I didn't watch it, guys. Now what? Watch
Well,
this.
Jesse can watch it because he'll forget by the time we're
Yeah,
recording
I
anyway,
will.
so it won't even matter.
I lucked out on.
Everybody forgot something today, but fuck you guys.
I lucked out on Tenet because like I knew we were all anticipating it. I'm like, I'm not going to be the last fucking one to sit here and watch this.
You saw
trailer.
you sent it before I saw it.
Yeah,
So-
right when you were talking, I'm like, oh, here it is.
They tell us that we're gonna go on Fortnite. I download Fortnite. We go into like this giant party world. I don't play the fucking game, so I don't know. And Ryan's like, yeah, I'm standing on this bridge over here. Come and find me. Not realizing we're in a different lobby because he's dumb. He doesn't understand video games. But he's like, I found it. So I go over and there's like people on these 4-wheelers driving all over and they're jumping and they're doing the arrows and everything. And I'm
Damn.
standing there. And when I first came in the game, I was walking through like a marketplace. I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
And I hear them over the PA and they're like, before we get started with the Tenet trailer, we're just going to talk about a few things. So I'm like, dope. And I'm running as fast as I can because there's no way of knowing
And
where
then the
the fuck
sound of
you're
those people
going.
talking gets smaller.
Yeah, and it gets smaller. So then
smaller.
I'm standing there and we're all texting and Nick's like, what the fuck, man? They need to hurry this up. And then I see a
Minutes
stream on my YouTube of somebody streaming it. I'm like, we're at the wrong fucking screen. I
Yeah.
don't play this game. You guys led me astray. And he was like, well, we can watch it at 9. I was like, fuck that. I'm going to go look on YouTube.
In my defense, I was in the game and I asked someone.
You
and
asked somebody in the game?
You can do chats and fucking Jesse.
Scene in her.
I pull up
shit.
and
So in that, everyone was at the freaking stage that I was at.
I pull up the
didn't know.
map and there's like 40 people at this screen and there's like 100 people over here. I'm like, oh shit. So then I ran over there and it's just John David Washington just doing an
Yeah.
interview.
I caught the end of that.
Oh.
But I thought it was weird. They like made this. I don't know how big of a deal they made it, but they like it's gonna debut in Fortnite,
Yeah.
and it was online immediately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that they were like, we're gonna debut it on the hour every hour. Well, cool, because it was up 5 seconds after you
Like
debuted it at 8.
WB tweeted it.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
okay.
Because the link
they
you
got-
sent me or sent us was from the studio.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I don't know what deal Fortnite had, but they got screwed because that shit was out like
just
immediately.
Tells you for future reference if there's ever another trailer for anything else, and they go, well, they were
Yeah.
debuting it on
Well,
Fortnite.
so this is the first time they've done a trailer like this. They usually do like concerts and stuff.
Oh,
But like movie wise, this was the first time. And then I guess they're doing a full length Christopher Nolan movie this summer.
Yeah.
In Fortnite, which is gonna be weird.
I would never.
Yeah, I don't know.
No.
They're gonna sit
Why
there
would
with
you
your
ever
little
do that?
avatar and watch that.
yeah.
I
Just
don't.
eat popcorn with your little
Yeah.
avatar thing
Well, Jesse will lick it. I don't think your little guy can lick his fingers. So
and then wipe them on his pants.
yeah.
They're delicious. I don't
They're
care what you guys
delicious.
say.
So yeah, the only other thing we had
Got
for
salt
Hollywood.
and butter on your fingers. You're not going to lick it off?
Not as loud as you do. Nope.
You ain't getting that good
Next time we
popcorn
go to a
done.
movie, I got to record that shit, bro. And then he's like, "Want some?"
It's,
Yeah. Never again after COVID.
Yeah.
it's
that
not
shit
worse
ain't
than your
happening.
guys' fucking snoring, so.
Oh.
Hey, we're just bragging about how good of a sleep we're having. Jesse.
Man, I sleep good.
And you get
I'm bragging about that good popcorns.
Fuck. Kanye West, the King of Kings, is releasing a new album. It's going to be called "God Bless America."
God's country.
God's country.
Is it a country album?
Oh, God, I hope not.
It's going to be like that
I
Ride
hope
song.
not.
It'd be fire.
I'm gonna take my
Yeah.
horse to the boat.
You can't.
Do our two Kanye fans know anything about Kanye's new album?
I know nothing about
No,
it.
this
I
all
didn't
just
even
got
hear about it.
released. Like, they just said it's going to come out maybe next week, and that's all that we know about it. They haven't said anything else.
Yeah, that's pretty much where we're at right now. Just a cinematographer has claimed Kanye West's new album called God's Country and New Music could be dropping soon. Arthur Jaffa, who has worked on music videos for Solange and Devendra Barnhart, as well as films including Crooklyn, said he had been working with the rapper on a new music video.
He needs to do what Eminem
Making
did.
music
He
videos
should have
again?
just dropped it at like midnight unannounced.
Yeah.
Just drop that out.
Yeah.
He has been like way more quiet about his projects and stuff though, because the last album he didn't give any like.
Is it going to be another
headway about
Christian
it.
album? I guess he's still not cussing
Yeah,
and just.
I think so.
Well, we
I
talked
don't
about
think he's
that.
doing any of
We
that.
talked about it.
Last album was good though.
It was all right.
Church's Chicken
There
album.
were some of them.
There were
that
some
weren't good.
bangers on there, but it was
There was
all
some that was not. But you know,
What's your guys' give me a few picks here. What's your favorites of Kanye?
Oh.
Favorite
Album
songs?
or song?
I can't tell you one Kanye
right.
song.
Oh,
You can't.
I can't name one Kanye
Stronger?
song.
Okay.
Drive Slow.
you don't know?
I'm sure I heard it, but I couldn't name a song.
Drive Slow is one of my favorite songs by him.
Drive Slow, homie.
Can't Tell Me Nothing is
Flashing
fantastic.
Lights.
That was that's mine.
I like his
Heard Him
shoes.
Say is one of my
Flashing Lights,
favorites.
Oh man, anything
love
from
that
College
song.
Dropout.
Yes. Yeah.
His
His first like 3 albums are dynamite.
I don't know nothing about Kanye, but he's got good shoes.
got good everything, man. Everything he makes just
Have you ever
turns to
worn any?
gold.
Oh yeah, bro.
You have?
Uh-huh. His shoes are comfortable as fuck.
Man, they've been on my bucket list.
Money.
I know.
They're comfy.
You gonna get a pair of those slides?
30K
he
for
has?
some Yeezys off of eBay.
Slides, I'm good. Slides, I'm good, man.
What are they, like low tops?
Yeah.
The Yeezys? Yeah. Well, he has the
He's
high
got
tops,
boots too. He's got Yeezy boots. I wouldn't rock the boots, but
the desert boots.
yeah. So yeah, he's got a new album next week, maybe.
They're saying,
Yeah,
yeah, it could drop
Kanye,
anytime
then-
soon.
I will download that
Instantly.
instantly. Kanye is the only person that I purchase music for.
The only other thing,
Everything else I just download
yeah,
illegally,
the only other thing the
allegedly.
article talks about is his last album, Jesus is King, arrived in October of 2019 after multiple delays. So
We don't condone doing anything illegally on this show. Just putting that out there.
But you can get a lot of music for free on thepiratebay.com. Not a sponsor.
Absolutely not a sponsor. If you'd like to be a sponsor, let us know.
Brought to you by NordVPN.
And as a movie lover, I see all my movies naturally.
Speaking of sponsorships, check out Raise Energy
Hell yeah.
on repsports.com.
Oh shit, wrong one. Do that again.
You have to try.
Speaking of sponsorships, check out Raise Energy on repsports.com.
I get a look at that.
You can check out our link for the.
I'll hand it back to you.
You all right, bro?
Get a seizure.
Hold on.
Raise energy. It makes you feel good.
Things that make you go, ooh.
All right. Moving into
When you want to give some praise, drink a can of Raise.
Hey.
They're not paying you enough.
Sour gummy worms.
they are not paying you enough. Let's get into Made to Motivate.
Just do it! Don't let your dreams be dreams. Yesterday, you said tomorrow. So just do it! Make your dreams come true! Just do it!
Oh, yeah.
Made to Motivate, sponsored by Taco Bell.
Come on, guys. Not everybody's a sponsor.
Giant Eagle Water.
Please.
And Galaxy S8 phone.
And iPhones. Just kidding.
Google
only,
Pixel.
Only
And
sponsored.
Yeti. Sponsored by Yeti.
Yeti, please.
Legit.
Please sponsor us, Yeti. But no, it is really sponsored by Raise Energy. Check out the Does It Suck page for a link and more information. And you can get some pops for a discount as well.
Funko Pops. Popping off toys.
Yeah, popping it off.
We're moving up. Moving up in the world.
There you are.
Shit, I forgot to change the banner.
Oh, man.
What are we talking about?
We're talking about Made to Motivate.
Shit.
Let's motivate.
Damn it.
Because we're made to motivate. That is our name. We went to Podfest and we didn't really go, but we met William Hung and it was lots of fun.
And then you walked home.
Mancuso.
Jesus Christ.
As usual, we struggle with the Made to Motivate segment, which is our entire show.
We should change the name of the show.
Let's
Fuck it.
not.
Fuck it at this
We've
point.
already branded it so
I'm
much.
not changing the name of the show. But so I'm really disappointed because last week I personally thought I had a really good idea to fill the Made to Motivate segment, and I was going to rip off some good news every week and just piggyback off a story they already had, so I didn't have to do a lot of searching. Well, that fuckboy John Krasinski
Whoa!
decided Jim Halpert decided to sell out and no longer is doing Some Good News. So that's what I want to talk about.
Some bad news.
So in light of some good news, I want to discuss, is he a sellout, or was this the fact that we need Some Good News so big that a network picked it up and they want to promote it and make it bigger than he could individually do on his own?
How much did he get for it?
I don't know if they've discussed. Did they say?
They have not.
It's like, what's the network?
Viacom CBS.
Viacom CBS is taking over. So Jim will no longer be the backbone and face of the show, which to me, I liked it because it was him and because it was just a non-super formatted, overly produced show. It was just like good stuff that you could watch. And
yeah,
I don't know. I'm really disappointed. He's getting a lot of shit.
It was the Between Two Ferns of good things.
Yeah.
Oh, I love Between Two Ferns.
Don't ever watch the movie though.
Terrible.
Yeah,
It's
I
really
agree.
awful.
I agree.
There's some moments in there that are funny, but oh my god, is it drags.
Yeah, I saw the preview. My wife was in it, and I was like, I'll check it out. And then it wasn't good.
So, yeah, I don't have a lot of good positive stuff for this episode. I just want to talk about some good news, and I'm sad that it's no longer going to be a thing. He did a lot of cool stuff.
Do you think he's a sellout for it?
I don't think he's a sellout. I mean, he started. Here's my thing. I think his intention was like, this is a time filler during COVID.
Yeah, that's what I thought
and
too.
now everything's back to normal, and he's going to get back to his normal everyday life.
Well, here's the thing. I thought about it because whenever I first heard about it, I was kind of like, oh, that sucks.
Yeah.
That's not really a good look.
Yeah.
But then I'm like, does he really have a production team that's helping him do this?
Right.
Probably not.
No.
Can he do this forever?
Nope.
No. Is he really hurting for money right now?
No.
No. He doesn't need the money.
Trying to do his own projects and stuff.
So,
right.
If this isn't really, he didn't, obviously, like going off your point, this is something to help fill the void of COVID.
Right.
He probably didn't expect it to blow up like this.
Mm-mm.
So do we expect him to do it forever?
No.
Or should we, expect him to sell his intellectual property and still write and produce, because he's good at that.
Yep.
Right.
I mean, look at his movies that he's done.
Yeah.
So is he keeping creative power over things?
They get full power, but he'll be involved.
He's involved in writing and producing.
He'll still have a behind the scenes.
It's basically it's Tosh.0. It's not a new idea.
I wouldn't say that that's like a sellout. If somebody came to us from CBS and said, guys, we're going to give you $1 million for your podcast and you guys get to still have some input in it, are we not going to take that deal?
No.
Every single person would.
I don't think I would do that.
You said no?
I don't want to. I'll never sell out the show.
Oh,
never?
Okay.
I sell my share. CBS, if you're listening.
I want to hear
what
it.
share? What have you bought into this?
I put in more money than these two.
No, I don't think so.
Definitely me.
Anyways, let's not go down that road. But here's my thing.
15%.
Honestly, do you believe?
I'll buy that chair Chris is sitting in.
Do you believe that he would have had his? Do you think if somebody else had started this, if me or you had started Some Good News and did the same exact format and everything, it would have blown up like him?
No.
It's because of who he was that made it successful.
Good point.
So I don't think he's a sellout. I think if anything, Viacom got the short end of the stick, because I think it's gonna fall off.
Me too.
I think once he's out of the picture and it's not Jim Halpert, it's not his face and his personality in front of the camera.
Because it was cool. It's cool to see like Jimmy Fallon at his house doing his show,
right?
Or like Ellen at her house doing her show. This had the same vibe,
personality,
because his personality at his house, just doing things for this time. Once this is all over, that's why people who are writing scripting shows for like dating during COVID-19, like all these reality shows that people are trying to write and like they're never going to make it, because this is not a permanent thing.
Yeah.
So
that's a good point.
Yeah. So I think they're going to be screwed. I don't know what they paid.
That's a good point.
But
they'll probably be out of, and he's probably smart for being like, you know what?
I'm going to get
this isn't permanent, so you go ahead and have it. And yeah, that's really smart.
And I misunderstood. I thought he was still going to be a presence in front of the camera, but if he's not, that show's done, dude. There's no way that thing will survive without him.
No.
And the internet just loves to shit on people for whatever reason.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Likes to cancel people for being dumb stuff.
Yeah, everyone likes to watch someone fail or bring people down. Like, look, he did his thing. I don't think he ever came out with a premise that said like this is permanent.
No.
He did like one episode that just blew up, And then he probably felt obligated at that point. Well, I've got nothing
Right.
else going on right now. Okay, so for the next 8 weeks, I'll do this.
And those shows take a lot of work.
dude, especially him.
And he probably wasn't making anything off of it when he initially did
No.
it.
no.
Before,
So
He
now,
got
if you can get
sponsored.
paid for all that work and everything, knowing that
Yeah.
before the show, before the A Quiet Place movies, the second one we still haven't seen, son of a bitch. But
Forgot about that.
before those, he's still Mr. Emily Blunt. Okay, that's why the guy has my respect, my undying
Oh,
respect.
wow.
until
And
the
his
end
future,
of-
Mr. Fantastic.
Yeah.
God, we can only hope.
There you go. He would be a damn good Fantastic. Is that confirmed?
No.
Oh, son of a-
He
But
is.
Emily Blunt would be a good Storm. Or, yeah, Sue Storm.
He is and always will
Not
only
Storm,
ever
Not
be
Storm.
a Jim Halpert to me. He's Jim and only Jim. I don't know who Emily Blunt is, but
What?
What?
I'm kidding.
It's A Quiet Place. That's his wife in A
I'm
Quiet.
kidding. But yeah, that's
That's
our.
Edge
good
of Tomorrow?
Yeah.
That's
What is
such
it?
Edge of Tomorrow?
Edge of Tomorrow was a really good movie.
I just rewatched it. Jen had never seen it. She
Really
loved
good
it.
movie.
Steph
It's on
loved it too.
Netflix, right?
I don't know.
Or
I
Amazon. It's
own
on
it.
one of those because I just came across it. It's so good.
I bought it.
Yeah, I remember watching that movie once. Right after I reviewed it, and I gave it an 8 out of 10 when I first saw it. Everybody was surprised because all of my friends, my immediate ones, they don't like Tom Cruise.
That's what I was about to ask. It is Tom Cruise that's in that.
Yeah.
Nobody
Okay.
likes
Yeah.
Tom Cruise. I love
Tom Cruise. Yeah,
We all love Tom Cruise.
We all love
Yeah.
Tom Cruise.
Yes.
yeah.
I fucking love Tom
I've
Cruise.
always
man.
loved Tom Cruise. Yeah, I'm a fan of his, and I told everybody, I'm like, it's an 8 out of 10.
He has-
Dude, you
he
need
has
to
so
see
many
it.
people
He has no
hate
gap
him.
in the front of his teeth.
He's like,
Yeah.
He's
He only
like,
has one front tooth.
My
Yeah.
brother showed
And
me
once
that.
you notice it and once you see it, you'll never unsee
Yeah,
it.
he's right.
dude,
I'm
so
so
many,
sorry I ruined it.
so many people hate on him.
I know.
Like they like people either like people hate. Tom
It's the
Cruise.
Scientology
know
thing.
why.
Yeah,
I love him.
I don't
Is that you think that's why?
Yeah.
yeah.
a lot of it
Because
is
like
just
he does all of his
Scientology.
own stunts. Like
Yeah.
I love that.
Beast, man.
I can believe in what I believe in, and he
Yeah.
can have
Yeah.
awesome movies.
It's what I'm saying. I don't care.
We do a podcast with two God freaks, and we all get
Yeah,
along just
yeah.
fine.
They can do what they want.
One and a half.
One God freaking and a half of maybe, yeah.
One and a half.
Jokes aside,
Nick swears to God a lot.
dude can do like, and he can do all genres of movies. Like he is a great
Yeah.
actor,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, I like Tom Cruise.
Wow.
What's your top 3 Tom Cruise movies?
Top Gun.
I know what one is.
I'm not saying that's number one, but in my top three is
Yeah.
absolutely Top Gun.
Edge of Tomorrow
Dude,
is
he's
definitely
done a
up there. I
ton
think it's
of
number 3 for me.
Me too.
I
I can't decide
Minority,
which Mission
I can't-
Impossible I like the best.
Minority Report's really good too.
Oh yes,
That was my other one.
Yeah.
Minority Report's
Those are my 3. I don't know
really
which.
I just watched the other day.
That's on Netflix right now, isn't it?
I don't know.
Yeah, it is.
I think it is.
Yeah.
So good.
I don't know if I could. 3 Tom Cruise movies. I mean, his catalog is insane.
Me and Jesse go see Mission Impossible movies every time they come
That they're
out.
so good.
And we always close our eyes during the opening credits because they show the entire movie in 3
Mhm.
minutes.
I don't think I can. I don't think I would put one of those up there.
None of
I
them?
really enjoy them, but I think there's just so many of them. I
What's the
couldn't
one that
choose
has
one.
Philip Seymour Hoffman?
3.
Oh yeah, that's a
probably my
good
favorite
one.
Mm.
My
Is that 3?
yeah, that is 3.
Damn.
Because Philip Seymour
It's
Hoffman.
a big gap between 2 and 3 then.
Yeah, Kerry Russell's also in that one.
I think that one might be
My favorite's Rogue Nation. That one's
Oh.
so badass. That one, Rogue Nation, is probably, besides the John Wick movies, one of the only American-produced
Wick.
action films that I would put against The Raid.
That's the one where he climbs the building, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So damn good.
That's up there for me
We
too.
saw that in IMAX. That was the first
Yeah, we
IMAX
did.
movie I ever saw.
Yeah, we did. It gave us a migraine.
What about
Gave-
Tropic
Gave
Thunder?
you a migraine.
Tropic
Dude,
Thunder. I
yeah.
forgot about that.
Thunder's up there.
He's not in it enough.
The
for me, though.
movie's
He
good.
steals
but
it, though.
But his character is phenomenal.
Yeah.
You know, he's only like 5'2" or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's short as fuck.
Every
man.
one of his wives, like Katie Holmes, towered him.
Yeah.
He's 5'2".
Yeah, dude, he's
Not, I maybe not 5'2", but he's short, bro.
he's not 5'2".
I made that up.
bro. That's a tiny man.
Dude, Last Samurai is a good movie.
I think he's 5'6".
Oh, I forgot about Last Samurai. That's probably
Yeah,
my top
picking
3.
3, Chris, is super hard.
There's no way. There's no way.
That's probably my
think
top 3.
I
Last
have
Samurai is
it.
Made.
good.
What about the Mummy?
Mummy was good.
I can't do the Mummy, dude.
I liked it.
I didn't see it.
We
American
know.
Made. Did you watch American Made?
I did watch American Made.
I don't know what that is.
I don't either.
Yeah, I'm surprised not
Jerry
a lot of people.
Maguire.
What's American
fuck,
Made?
Jerry Maguire.
It's like a drug. It's like a drug lord type movie. It was really.
He's a
good.
pilot who transfers drugs.
Oh,
I remember that.
Yeah,
I didn't see that.
We saw that, or did we see
I
that?
was going to say
Maybe
we
we
didn't
saw
see
it.
it.
I think we saw it.
It was
Yeah.
good.
It was good.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't know. He's had a lot of movies.
My picks. So here's, and I let's not name anymore just because then I'll have to change it again.
Oblivion.
I would stay the same.
Okay.
Still.
I
Okay.
like that. Jack Reacher.
Stop. I would say the same. Stop. Number 3 is Minority Report. Number 2, I'd go Rogue Nation. And number 1, I'm going Color of Money. Scorsese's one of
Ooh,
Scorsese's
that's a good
first
movie.
films.
I didn't see that.
Oh my
It's
God,
good.
Jesse, 80s film. You have to see this.
really
As a
good.
pool junkie that you are, you have to see the
I'll
Color
see
of
it.
Money.
Speaking of pool, I saw a COVID update today. It said billiards aren't open.
Yeah, and I texted the head of Fiddlesticks because
Yeah.
they were planning to open this week,
Mhm.
and he hasn't gotten back to me yet. But I'm sure
I saw
he's
that and I thought that
pissed.
was weird.
Yeah,
The bars can be open, but no arcade games or anything
It's
like
probably
that.
because it's all involving
balls.
touching.
You can
Yeah.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah,
Mini
You can't
golf, though?
disinfect those
You're
balls
gonna
all the
touch
time.
that's what I'm
clubs.
You can disinfect that as you turn.
What
them in,
about A
though.
Few Good Men? Born on the 4th of July.
stop. Those are good.
Yeah, dude, but you're the one that said 3.
No, he said 3.
Oh yeah.
There's no way you can pick 3.
Stop.
When
can't.
all said and done, hate him or love him, he's one of the
He's
best
gotta-
actors of all time.
I agree.
He is.
I agree.
Absolutely. We
Does he have an
talked about
Oscar?
this not long ago. Who our favorite was, and I don't think any of us said him.
Does he have an Oscar
No.
nominations?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, because A Few Good Men, he got nominated.
That's such a good movie.
There's probably a couple others. Interview with the Vampire is another one.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah, but he's really solid. What I like about Tom Cruise is he's probably one of the last superstars from that era. Like outside of probably The Rock, you don't have a lot of big name superstars anymore. Like that's,
Leo.
Well, I'm talking
He's
like
from that era.
I'm
though.
talking action though. Like when you say like
Yeah.
Dwayne Johnson,
Oh.
Johnson.
Oh, like
Yeah, that's true.
Schwarzenegger.
Schwarzenegger
Like-
this summer.
Yeah.
You know, and all that. Tom Cruise is probably the last of that dying generation.
Man, and he's still
true.
going.
Yeah.
He's older and
He
he,
doesn't
still
even
does
look-
all of his own stunts.
Whenever he
What is he,
when-
50s?
whenever he broke his
Like late
leg
50s.
jumping
Yeah.
that last,
And he ran through
and
the
he
cut.
ran through the
finished
cut,
it.
Yeah,
He's a beast, dude. He's committed to his craft.
hanging off that airline character
Yeah, bro.
Character?
carrier.
Character.
It's an airline character.
Say
Yeah.
character.
The airline character.
he's 57 years old.
Can I get
Holy
on that
shit.
character?
I thought he was like 52.
Oh,
That's a
man.
big difference. Just them 4 years, man.
That's 5 years. Go to math.
Go to math.
Go to math.
Go to math.
Go to math. Go to math. The fuck is this show?
Oh my god!
Hi guys.
That's why it's free.
Go to math.
That's why CBS hasn't bought us out.
That's why
Ryan,
we're sponsored by Raise Energy.
Ryan, get with the stickers. Go to math now.
Go to
we
math.
need a go to math.
Math is the
sticker.
name of a class, you assholes.
Good Lord. Well, I think we're gonna get into locker room talk because I don't think we can discuss any more
Locker room talk.
going to math.
Swung on, lined to deep left field. It is gone! 45, 40, run, William, run! 20, 50. Iguodala to Curry, back to Iguodala, up for the layup. Oh, blocked by James. LeBron James with the
This is locker room talk.
This is locker room talk.
All right. It is locker room talk, and it is a short and sweet segment this week, maybe.
Not a
There's
lot
not
of
much to
sports
talk
news.
about.
Yeah, we always end
Um,
up talking about something for like 4 hours anyway.
This is true. Let's start off with NFL. Well, it's all NFL.
Yeah, it's
all we talk about in
Let's
sports.
start and end with NFL.
matters.
The NFL is supposedly going to lose $5.5 billion for this
$1
season
billion.
If
the
they
beat.
don't end up having fans.
with no fans in the stadiums. $5.5 billion. It's the largest loss ever.
Which is not,
Maybe.
I mean, how much
I
do you
made
think
that
they
up.
make off their TV rights?
Oh,
It's got to
God.
be way more than that, right?
$1 billion is a ton.
Well, 5.5 billion between 32 teams, though. That's like
Wait,
300,
wait.
400 billion
So-
or 300, 400 million dollars a team.
They're gonna
that much.
They're gonna lose out on $5.5 billion in revenue. They're not going to be in the deficit $5.5 billion.
Probably have to
Correct. They're going to lose
Got it.
5.5
Okay. I want to make sure I said
$5
that right because there's a big difference that them being in the red $5.5 billion
Right. Yeah.
or
No.
just losing that much in
They would have
revenue.
had that 5.5. If
Got
there's
it.
no fans, they're not going to get
So
it.
ticket sales are
Ticket
whatever.
sales, concessions.
That's
Are they
Whatever.
thinking of having a season without fans?
That was my question.
That's still happening. Yeah. As of right now, they're planning for it. Like another topic, which I guess kind of
The
goes with
Steelers.
it. The
Yeah.
Steelers right now are selling half of their tickets in
Mm.
order to go by the distancing regulations.
yeah.
Really,
But-
they're doing that because they just want to make the Browns fans not feel so bad.
Whatever.
Everyone
That's-
has-
Honestly,
there it is.
Honestly,
Son of a bitch.
I don't really go to the games anyway, so I mean, it's not gonna be any different for me.
yeah.
Well, that's my
They're
thing
fun,
is
though.
even if
Football games are fun.
Yeah.
you close those, you are closing off 65,000 fans per
Yeah.
team. So you're looking at, I don't know, like 1.5 million people every week.
Yeah.
That's not, I mean, it's a lot of people, but it's
Do you
not
think this
like,
spikes the viewership number? The
I think
viewer
it spikes
view
the
numbers,
viewerships,
though?
and I think it also opens up opportunities for them to do
Like other stuff.
officially sponsored watch parties.
That would be cool.
I don't think that we're going to have a season without fans, because at this point they haven't said that. I think they're just preparing for everything, and this is all speculation, because this doesn't come from the NFL saying like, guys, we're going to lose all this money. This is what people have added
'Cause
up and done the
The
math.
season
and-
starts in October, right?
No, September.
Preseason
And
starts in
End of
August.
September.
Preseason's in August. September is the very first game,
Oh, yeah.
that first week.
Okay.
And
I think that's far enough off, man. I really think that they jumped the gun on closing so much stuff this summer.
well, college is talking about like the shoe is talking about like 50,000 at their game still. They're not talking about like removing everybody as a whole. They're saying 50,000 fans at the first Ohio State.
And that's
game.
what the Steelers are doing in preparation, just in case they're selling half of their tickets.
Mm-hmm.
But if it comes down to the fact where they go, yeah, we're not doing fans, we're doing other things to keep people involved, they'll do commercials or shows or something like that in the side, then they're going to have to refund all that money or forward it on to next season.
I want to go to the Bengal Cowboy
Man,
game.
it's been
Oh, yeah, you were going to go to
This
that
is so
game.
weird. We haven't had baseball or basketball.
At all.
Yeah.
They're saying
This
basketball
is-
might start up in July.
I saw that.
How does that work with the next season though? Because October is the
Yes.
first game of the season, dude. That's no summer whatsoever.
Yeah, but they've had a break this whole time where they normally would have been playing.
And that's the thing. is
Yeah.
You're not going to have that wear and tear on their bodies because they've recovered so much up to this point.
Yeah, you're gonna have a healthy
But
every team.
it also depends. They haven't decided yet if that's going to be July starts the playoffs or if July
Finishes
finishes
the
where
season.
they picked up.
They
Oh.
should just put every team in a bracket
Yes.
and just do an NBA tournament.
yes.
That way they don't mess up the season and
like
next
a
season.
one game.
No, just like a best of three.
It takes so long though.
Yeah,
I'm
but
on board.
I mean, that'd be down. That'd be fun.
Yeah.
They switch stuff up for the All-Star game.
but
I
as
don't
long as
care.
they end with enough time to still start the regular season on time.
They have to have a break. I mean,
What do
they're
you
gonna
do
have-
though
But
if some bullshit team like the Cavs comes out of that?
Suns.
Though? Like,
yeah, but
I mean-
that's what it is. But their
Yeah.
break is what they've had, and if they get eliminated, they,
Oh, I got you. But yeah, that would just. Could you imagine if they started that in July, and then from July, and then that, and then the entire season?
yeah.
It's a
Well, that's the
long
thing
They either
is
do
if-
that or they do nothing.
if you start
Yeah.
in July,
I think they just do playoffs.
even the playoffs though, if you just do the playoffs, you start July 1st.
Yep.
That's going to take you all the way in to
Yeah.
August.
It's the same thing.
So now you've got
Well, when does the
a
NBA
month
season
and a
normally
half.
start?
October.
Okay.
And if you
Month and a half is at least a little bit of a break, though, right?
in the summer
It
leagues,
is.
summer leagues are where rookies, they develop and all that. So if you're taking that away, that draft class is going
There's
to be
just so
weaker.
much that this throws off.
They need to do
Yeah.
like a
They got to get it done quick. If
I
they're
know.
going to do it.
expedited playoffs or something, like shorten them.
So
They
did you
don't
put
need
everybody in the
7
playoffs
games.
though, or
Well, like I think they take they look at what your season-ending record was before this stopped,
Yeah.
and they generate who would be playoff bound based on that record.
Yeah.
But they don't do like the 7 game. Like the playoffs are so long.
that sucks
yeah.
though?
See, I would
It
like to do
does,
if you've already
but-
clinched a spot, like the Lakers had already clinched.
Yeah.
Bucks.
The Bucks had already clinched. Take those guys; they're already in. Give
Yeah.
them their highest seeds, and then if you do have people that were potentially fighting for that 7 and 8 seed, have a tournament for them. They can play
That would be
in,
fair.
and then it's quicker, it's expedited, and then we can get into the fucking playoffs.
Yeah, if you were down like 29 games with 16 left or whatever,
You're not
you
going.
don't have a chance. Yeah,
Right.
just
So they can figure it out based on where they were at end
Yeah.
of season, like when things ended, and then kind of go from there. I'm sure this struggle is like what they're trying to figure out. Like, how do we make
Can't
this
imagine.
happen?
And then try to make all their sponsors happy and all of the people. Like, it's just I can't.
TV rights. Yeah.
Dude,
That's what was good about that documentary, though, is the MJ documentary kept the NBA in the spotlight.
Mm.
Nobody's forgotten about the NFL because this is down period anyways. We're still able to go on with the draft and the free agency because that's just stuff you
Yeah,
keep up with
because the
online
NBA
anyway.
is the best at marketing their brand.
They are.
I agree.
And the NFL is the best at always keeping something going.
Mm-hmm.
Baseball is the ones that's suffering the most. But if the NFL can start on time, they will see no problems. And if the NBA can get back into doing this, they're going to go hot into next season.
Why couldn't the MLB do like wiffle ball games that are broadcast with MLB players? I mean, you have MLB players playing pickup games with themselves,
Yeah.
meeting up in Arizona,
The problem
putting
is,
them on
though,
YouTube.
is
Like the MLB
their
doesn't.
marketing team
It's
just
horrible.
because they haven't marketed in the past, though, nobody's going to watch that.
No,
Because I couldn't, like I said earlier, I'm a casual baseball fan. I'll put the game on in the background. I claim the Indians, but I don't really know a lot about baseball. I'm not watching a wiffle ball game with people that I don't know. I could maybe name 2 stars.
Yeah.
You know, I couldn't. If a baseball star walked down the street from a team that I didn't know, I would not.
If I told you right now that Jason Kipnis plays for the Cubs, would you believe me?
Does he?
Yes.
I would.
Didn't know.
Because I remember us talking about it, but
Didn't know that.
That's so sad.
But on the
but not even the Cubs,
not
though.
him. I'm
Isn't
saying
it the minor league of the Cubs though?
Yes.
Yeah, it's not even like the actual Cubs.
Oh.
But then in the exact same breath, if
Yikes.
Mike Evans, the wide receiver for the Tampa Bay Bucks, who I have no connection to, were to walk down the street, I'd know exactly who he was.
Yeah.
If you took Jimmy Garoppolo, or if you took Deebo Samuel or Carlos Hyde, a no-name running back that doesn't matter, I would recognize that person.
See, that's
Despite
sad.
the fact that they have helmets on and everything, I know who these people look like.
But there's some people that are like that for baseball.
There
Like,
are.
Nick loves baseball.
But I couldn't do that.
Yeah.
And I don't think.
Well, I think Jesse's kind of a freak, though.
Well, yeah, but
I am. I'm
but to his point.
But you know a lot more football players.
To his
by
point,
face,
I know
think,
who
than-
I know who Mike Evans is. I know he plays for the Bucks.
I couldn't tell you the Indians lineup, and that's our team.
Yeah, I mean,
I can name a ton of football. And I honestly don't know who's on the Indians this year.
I could probably name you 5 to 10 players from every single NFL team.
I think a good test would be like we should all do it. Like show 10 faces, no names, no nothing like
cool.
that, and just to see if we can name who they are. Make them like Indians, just so they're kind of like fair or whatever, or Yankees or whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, dude, show 10. If you get 5 of them right, I would be amazed.
So
I won't even get
the
like
Indians tweeted today that last year, when every home game that they had, they would post a
The Nick
lineup
Cage?
card, and they hid a Nicolas Cage in every lineup card.
little
somewhere.
hologram of
What?
And nobody noticed.
Dude, I looked through them and it was hard to find.
One was on like
The neck. You see the one that was in the
his
throat.
his tattoo on it, like his little
Yeah.
son tattoo.
I want to see this.
Yeah, it was hilarious. He's like, and they just tweeted out, like, just so you know, we did this last year, and nobody caught it.
It was like
See,
39.
That's
of them.
good marketing.
That's
funny.
Like the individual teams are the best at social media interactions,
But the league itself is
and like
not.
they interact with each other, and it's fun. But
It was good marketing, but was it? Because nobody knew. Like it would have been fun
but
if it was
now
like
we're
a
talking about it.
Yeah, it would have been fun if it was like a marketing thing prior, though.
Yeah.
Like
God, who's
look
in
for
charge of
and,
marketing?
and they're like really good with
thing.
social interaction with their fans.
That's what I was going to say.
And
That
they-
type of stuff is like, it's cute, it's fun, whatever, but it ain't going to get me to watch the
and
game.
like the official
That's where it
Rockies
sucks.
account, like
Yeah.
will tweet at the official Indians account,
Right.
and they'll like do stuff like that. But that's the only thing they're good at.
I did see that the games and stuff, like no mascots and stuff too.
No spitting,
Yep.
no handshakes.
Yeah.
Good luck with not spitting,
Yeah,
or good luck
right.
with not touching your mouth. And
Like, there was a lot.
Yeah,
of
you can't lick your
restrictions.
yeah, you can't lick your finger in baseball.
It's a game that revolves around touching a ball, though. Like you are touching a ball. Like tons of different players.
You tell a pitcher not to lick his fingers.
Well, that's why you can't.
Good
touch your-
luck.
That's why you can't touch your face, because you've got 32 guys or whoever many people play baseball
I know, but
touching a ball. They don't want you freaking.
you sweat. Yeah, something's gonna. You,
A
you-
pitcher will lick his finger between every pitch.
Yeah, it's gonna be a hard. Like that's just natural.
It's part of their progression,
Right.
and then to rub on the ball and to like
Yep.
get a little bit of tackiness on it.
There's no way this works.
None.
No way.
They can't enforce that.
Even
either.
talking about that, like we didn't talk about it in COVID, but one of the things they updated was like weddings.
Yeah.
You can have receptions under
Yeah.
300 people. You can't stand up. Like you can have a reception, but you can't have dancing. You can't leave your seat. You can't be walking around with drink or food. Like you cannot eat or drink
I
unless
just
you're
want to
sitting
know.
at your table.
I just want to know who's enforcing this.
Right.
Nobody.
But apparently they're saying it's being enforced.
That's not a
I
wedding.
guess it's part of the restaurants and stuff too, and like the bars.
Yeah.
You're not allowed to be walking around with your drink. Like you have to sit at your table.
Well, who the hell wants to go sit at a
And-
table and be
I
like, all right,
know.
guys, let's just drink a
I
couple of
didn't-
brews.
I didn't realize that was a thing, that you can't like get up and walk around with it.
That's not a wedding.
Like at baseball, like even at a game though. That's part of the
You know,
experience is just being up.
You know how
and
many
walking
times
around,
I've gone
like-
to a baseball game and actually sat in my seat? Maybe like 3
Right.
times.
Hardly ever.
I'm the same way, dude. I do like the first 3 innings, and then I'll
Unless
do like
I
a
have
walk
really
around.
good seats that I know I paid for specifically, like
Right.
down below, and I know. No,
I'm getting up and walking
You're-
around.
you're
going to
up,
the
you're trying the
restaurants.
food.
I'm going down. I'm finding other better seats that I didn't pay for because I
Yep.
paid for those ones up there.
Yep. I do that. I do that all the time. Nobody takes them.
And I get the sacrifice, and that's
At this
I
point,
get it, but
we have to start making decisions to live our life again.
I agree.
We all made sacrifices and we all stayed safe and we all did what we needed to do. But now I think it's time to start living our life again.
And that's coming from Nick,
It is.
who left the show for a month for safety reasons.
And it is because
I mean, to walk home from Orlando.
I think we all were really smart about it. Some more than others, because I had some like my medications and stuff had to be more like careful. But at some point, when can we live our life again?
You can go back to living a normal life cautiously.
Yeah.
Like that doesn't mean be those assholes that are going shoulder to shoulder doing a podcast from a foot away.
No, but like still wash your hands, still like stay away from people you don't know. Like be smart about it.
Like at the store, I don't go down aisles with other people right now.
I think at this point,
still go to the store.
We get to the point where we now, as society, have the choice.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think that's where we need to get to. Like all these precautions are still available to you if you choose. Like if you feel that you're at higher risk or you're older and you're worried, you can stay home. Places are still delivering. You can still do grocery pickup. Best Buy and all these places are still offering that feature to you.
Yeah.
But if you choose to go out because you're not concerned, then you have that choice. Like no one's forcing you to go out if you don't want to. Still be cautious. And the ones that are going out, obviously be cautious. But we need to get to the point where we're accountable for ourselves.
And to piggyback on what Nick said, I feel like we should be talking about this in another section, but
it should have been in Let's Get Social, but whatever.
So there were a couple of updates this week. So the first thing is the CDC has retracted on, basically saying that surfaces are an easier contamination spot now. So yeah, like to say what Nick is basically what he just said is we have to go back to our lives. I still think there's so much about this that we just don't know.
Right.
And to even assume it's ruining our lives, man. It really is.
The thing that comes down to it is like going back into the sports and everything. When it comes down to it as a business, I think it's fine if the NFL wants to say every other seat, I'm fine with that.
Mm-hmm.
But ultimately, it's not going to stop things because we've talked about this on previous episodes. Even if we only have 30,000 people inside of that stadium, 30,000 people, 3 different sections, you're going to have 5,000 people that use that bathroom that are touching that metal plate.
Yeah.
Even if they've said that it's not as bad to, get it from a surface.
How do you wait in line for concessions?
You can't do anything like that.
Well, and here's the thing. If you are at risk, don't go to the game. Because I don't think it's as bad as I'll probably get shit for it, but I don't think it's as contagious and stuff as they let it to believe.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think if we go to that stadium and you sit people there, I don't think that everyone's going to leave that day with COVID.
To me, if it was as serious,
the numbers would have been way worse.
Yes, if it was as contaminated or whatever you said,
that
word. If it was as bad as that, then our numbers would have been astronomical.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think at this point, they've tried to skew the numbers so it doesn't seem like it wasn't as bad because they don't want to fucking feel like idiots.
And
because they're pushing like we've talked about where the deaths they're saying it's COVID even if it wasn't. Like they want the numbers to be higher than they actually are.
Well, they get paid more money.
Well, the government's offering that because if they don't and the numbers are like nothing, then they have all these people they affected for nothing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And the numbers have already said that 80% of the deaths that have happened in the United States, I can't speak for anywhere else, but in the United States are nursing homes. So like you're talking older people, you're talking ones that have a weak immune system.
Yep.
Those are the ones you need to look out for. This is where like Nick's case comes, into play because this is why we all understood why he stepped away because he's got to look out for his own thing. But like for us,
he's an old man.
For us, fortunately though, like, we all have pretty strong, as far as I know, immune systems.
We haven't got it.
Yeah. So for us, it's like,
my grandma's in a nursing home and she has it.
Yeah.
In New York.
Yeah.
But obviously it's New York also. And that's like the epicenter of it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But to that point as well, like the ones of us that have been going to work, the essential workers, those numbers should have spiked.
Yeah.
If you were an essential worker, almost one of every other one of you should have gotten COVID probably.
Or I feel like the grocery stores would have been completely shut down.
Right.
Yeah, I've been to grocery stores a lot.
The amount of people that are in grocery stores,
tons.
Tons.
Yeah, I thought
Tons.
all stores.
Tons.
I thought all stores would have been curbside for sure.
The numbers are so high.
I genuinely believe. I'm not saying that it's not actually happening. People aren't getting it because the numbers show that.
And we're not like making light of it. Like me of all people, trust me, I'm not like making light
by no means making light of it.
But I think we need to reassess our opinions every week or every so often because this is just like with anything, like with the shooting in Georgia.
Yep.
Like every week we assess new information and then we applied it to that. This is no different.
Well, I want to see all those bars and all those people that went out. Well, I want to see the numbers. How many of those people got COVID?
That's
now?
what I'm waiting for, because you keep seeing all these photos of all these people.
COVID.
And in the past, when they opened the beach, they're like, well, they've got 2,000 new cases overnight. I want to see if that happens in Ohio.
Yeah.
If that happens, again, next week,
And
I might be changing my tune again and saying, okay, pump the brakes again. But
and I think in Ohio, we're in a different circumstance than other places.
Yeah.
I think
each individual place,
because we closed down way
super early.
Yeah,
super
we were one of the first.
And I think that really will reflect in our numbers when it ends, and we're probably better off than other places that are just now opening and like trying to switch back.
Well, I've been keeping track of these numbers ever since this whole thing started, and Ohio, which is the 8th most populated state in the United States, is 15th in cases. So, I mean, it has that effect. It's already been proven. We have we're just shy of 28,000 cases
in Ohio.
Yeah,
is it that high?
Yeah.
But but
again, let's think of the percentages.
Yeah,
and like you said,
1,500, like 1,600 deaths.
Columbus's county, what is that? I can't think of their county. Franklin is the most right now. Obviously, it's the most populated, and then you've got up north, Cuyahoga. Yeah, so Summit is 6th. So
yeah, I think we're ready for sports to get back to normalcy, and I like to Jesse's point. Cool, do every other seat. But at that point, you still got 30,000 people in there. Like,
you
open or don't open.
You got to scoot by those people to get out of your aisle, and you got to wait.
If you've ever been to a game, it bottlenecks at the entrance.
Yeah.
I've always had a fear that somebody's going to like blow up that area or something, like terrorist stuff. Just because.
Me and Jesse threw the same.
Ever since I was a kid, that's always been my fear.
Even when I went to the All-Star game, and even though they had like the CIA, FBI, everything there. Dogs everywhere, like, because it's like an all-star game. It's huge.
Yeah, big event.
I was still on edge.
Yeah. You don't think about that ever?
Wow.
I like to live my life and not
I'm
think about dying.
I don't like fear it, but I always am aware.
You even said it when we went to Disney before we went through the metal detectors.
What?
Because I was like, this is like the place where something would happen because they haven't.
If they would do it, but I don't like worry about it.
We're not worried about it. But
awareness and worrying are two different things.
For sure.
Yeah.
We've all seen this. We've all seen the sum of all fears in that Washington Stadium. football scene.
I apologize. I thought you guys like had like a fear every time you went.
No. We're just hyper aware.
That's where, I got you.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Because if it is going to happen, it's going to be right there before the metal detectors with 15,000 people all trying to cram through 8 entrances.
I got you.
True.
But that's going to be where your corona outbreaks are happening. It's not going to be where your seats are separated.
How do you stop that?
You can't. There's no way to stop it out there because you can't regulate distancing out there. It's impossible.
So at that point, again, we're accountable. If you go,
you have 3 main entrances at the Browns Stadium,
and you know it's flu season. I know we're not comparing to that, but like if you go out and you know you're liable to get something because it's out there, you're responsible for yourself.
The best thing that they can do is just do temperature checks. Have 100 different temperature checks at the entrances.
Yep.
So
and then once you're in, you know nobody has a fever.
There's a great photo from Georgia Tech that I saw today. Did
not
you guys see that?
People, but the weather. It's cold.
I know.
It's
impossible.
Again, if you're choosing to go, you're going. And you're responsible. And if you go and you know that there's a possibility that one of these 30,000 people has COVID and you still choose to go,
that's on
you.
You
get it, that's on you.
The Browns always give out little tiny things when you go in, like a flag or a Browns nose or something like that. Yeah. They should give out Browns themed masks. I saw a great picture from Georgia from like 1918 during the pandemic.
Yeah, you posted that.
And all of them had masks in the stands. And it looked like they might have had gloves. I couldn't really tell if they had gloves on or not, but do that.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that.
I'm okay with that. And make that a mandatory thing. You got to wear a mask if you're going to come in. Everybody gets one. It's got a Browns logo. I'd wear that. It's dope.
Do something where like maybe it's you 18 and older only, so that there's not kids that are at risk or whatever.
Yeah.
And just open back up and go, man.
I mean, that's like our work is still strict with that kind of stuff. Like we had a nurse this week who she came in on Tuesday and she said, she got to the door and she alerted people. She said, hey, I'm sick. I don't know what I have. It could be just a regular flu or something, but I just want to let you know. And they said, yeah, go on home, whatever. We'll send a test to your house, accordingly. So the next day they gave her a test. The results came back the following day and found out that she just had pneumonia.
Yeah.
I shouldn't just say just had pneumonia.
Well, I was saying that's what part of like COVID kind of is in that realm.
Yeah. Yes. But she's COVID free though.
Yeah.
So basically, that's kind of why I bring this up is our place is still very cautious, especially being around the elderly like we are. You know, you're stopped at the door. Luckily, there's enough employees who are responsible to say, hey, look, I'm sick. I'd do the same thing. I'd probably call them. I probably wouldn't even show up. I'd just say, I'm sick. I don't think it's a good idea that I come in. I'm staying home.
Right.
Well, I think with sports, that should be the same premise. Like, I'm not saying like open up and if you're sick, still go. Like, I think we still need to be responsible that if you're not feeling good and it's game day,
especially with the game.
That's what I was saying. I was feeding into your point.
Yeah. I agree with that.
If the Browns are playing the Steelers in December and it's fucking 10 degrees outside and I'm not feeling good, I'm selling those tickets. Like, I'm not going in there with the flu.
Right.
And who wants to go sit in a stadium feeling like shit anyways? Like, for the most part, you're probably not going to go anyways.
Yeah.
So
going on like how things have changed and like what it looks like, I watched a video today and it was of Disney Springs, like where we just
reopened.
And it showed like with the differences and how things are set up. It's wild.
Yeah.
It's so different.
Did you see the article about the family? So like Disney Springs is open, but a lot of stuff's limited. Like Nick's saying, the setup is different. There was a family there that started open fire grilling food, just like in the middle of Disney Springs, like on a table.
What?
Yeah. They were cooking out there.
What?
They got shut down like immediately. But there was like a family having a cookout at Disney Springs.
This person went on like a media day.
Like, what?
And they have like designated people that'll help you like understand like the rules. There's signs everywhere. There's arrows.
You know,
there's
Disney, like, they go all
lines.
out.
Dude, it was insane.
I think the NFL would be good
They
at that.
said that you have to wear a mask unless you're eating or drinking.
Yeah.
So if you're walking around eating, you can, as long as you have something in your hand and you're actively eating, you can have your mask off.
It's like your cookout rules in like your backyard. You can't have a bonfire, but if you're cooking a hot dog on
Yeah.
it, then you're okay.
Right.
So people just keep hot dogs right next to
what
it
I'm
in case
saying,
the fire
man.
department comes.
That's exactly right.
But what
Black
I
as
was gonna
charcoal.
say to that point, though, is that even to me, that's silly. Because it's like,
I know.
If you can have it off while you're eating, just fucking have it off. What's the difference?
There's been so many contradictions in this whole thing. It's
It
ridiculous.
sucks because you want people to go on good faith, like you said, but you also have to have some type of plan.
Absolutely.
It just sucks.
I know, absolutely.
Well, because you do have people out there that are going, I ain't wearing a mask. It's my fucking right. And
Right.
blah, blah, blah. And they don't give a
tread
shit.
on me.
Right.
And that's what
They're going to stand close to you just because it's my right to stand there. And they're fucking ignorant. So you can't go off of good faith, but you also can't enforce the rules that you want to
and
do.
that's the hard part.
But then again, to my point is that if you're going out, it's at your own discretion.
Yeah.
You know what you're going out and what the possibilities are. And as an adult, if you're making that choice, then you're making that choice. And if you get sick, no one's responsible for it but you.
Yep. Yeah. Anytime I go to the store, I'm always wearing a mask. So if I'm at a park, I'll go maskless. But like, if I'm at a store, I wear a mask.
Yeah. I can't say that I do. I bring one. I have it on me for that store that wants me to wear it because I'm going to respect it, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
And I will put it on. Or if I do get to a really crowded area, I might.
If the store looks real crowded, I've worn it, but I don't typically.
But I don't wear one generally. I just have it with me at all times just to be respectful and wear it if necessary. But outside of that, I mean, I'm just living my life. And again, to that point, I don't have COVID. Yeah. I haven't got it.
And now Fauci said masks aren't even really required.
No. The information is so contradicting. Wear a mask, don't wear a mask.
I don't.
If you wear a mask, you're giving yourself CO2 poisoning. If you wear a mask, you're going to give yourself COVID. Don't wear a mask. It's not required. Now it is required. Like, don't touch surfaces because you're going to get it. Oh, surfaces, don't hold it.
This is why conspiracy
It's not
theories
airborne.
happen in the first place.
That is true.
This is what fuels that nightmare fuel.
And I think that's our government trying to point us in the direction they want.
Mm-hmm.
Though, what fits them at that point in time?
Yeah.
You know, it's just so silly to me.
Well,
COVID is silly.
I've been coughing this whole
Let's
episode.
get over
I'm
it.
starting to
well, hold
freak
on.
out.
Hold
I
on.
noticed that too.
Because
Move on.
we're trying to raise money for COVID relief in the same segment. So
Well,
it's not that silly. We need to stop it. Donate some money.
COVID is very serious news, and we need to raise
Money.
$10,000 to prevent it from happening again.
So
And Jesse can help you out.
that's right. So the Cleveland Browns through fanatics.com are doing a awesome sweepstakes. If you're a Browns fan, feel free to enter yourself. But if you're not a fan of, these sports and all that.
Jesse, this is horrible.
I know, I'm not a good
Jesse's the
salesman.
worst
Good
marketing.
Lord.
Look.
I know, I'm sorry.
Do it if you want. If not, it's okay. If you're not a fan, don't do it. But if you are, here we go.
Look, if you want the Browns to win a Super Bowl, give Jesse money.
Give me money. If you donate money through Fanatics, actually through my GoFundMe.
Oh my God.
All the money.
Okay, stop. Just stop.
We'll just delete this segment.
Oh my
Jesus.
God.
There's going to be a link in the description to Jesse. When does it go till, Jesse? Do you at least know that?
I believe it's June 17th is when I
Okay.
have to submit.
So there's going to be a link for a fundraiser that the Browns are doing, partnered with Fanatics to raise money for COVID relief.
Just trying to get
You
details.
can buy money into the raffle, and you get to go have dinner with and call plays in a preseason Browns game. Jesse,
I want to go.
the biggest Browns fan of all time, allegedly,
I want to do it.
wants to do it. So he started a GoFundMe page because he's
you
trying
buy
to raise
entries.
$10,000 that he will use all of that money to buy his entries, which then goes to the Browns, which then goes to COVID relief.
100% goes to COVID relief.
And you could help him get a dream come true, and you could help COVID, I guess.
I get to go and
So
eat dinner with them and call 15 plays
There's
during
also-
a preseason, and I get to go to a team meeting.
basically, if you want to help COVID, just give it to Jesse, and he'll help you out.
Give Jesse COVID.
That's what I
Give
that
me
sounded like.
COVID.
Yeah. So
If you're going to donate anyways, donate it and let me do Browns things.
There's also one with a Victoria's Secret model where you
Which-
get to be an angel for a day, and I think I might do that.
that one I might
We
sign
want-
up for.
We want Nick to do that. It'd be fun.
There's a lot of really cool Fanatics things to check out, but don't do those. Donate your money to Jesse.
To
COVID.
Jesse, which camera is Jesse in relation to me?
This is Jesse.
Yeah, but in relation to me on the screen.
I'm on the same. Oh, up
Well, he's on this camera.
to your top right.
So to Jesse,
Nope, that's Chris.
No,
to Jesse.
Yeah.
that's Chris. So that's just Chris's wiener instead.
Yeah, you're
This
just
is
still-
Chris's wiener.
You got to
Yeah.
go farther up.
This, to Jesse.
Go like this, Nick. Oh
To
God.
Jesse.
Oh, this thing just escalated very quickly.
What's going on?
This is like forgetting Sarah Marshall.
He's
Move up.
saying if you had a
Wait.
pearl necklace.
What am I doing?
Up, down.
What am I doing?
Oh, I get what you're doing.
What is this?
Anyway, yeah.
But anyway,
Please donate money to me.
Great
Make a
sports
dream
segment,
come true.
guys.
Jesse might get the Browns to win a couple games.
Just imagine.
It's only preseason.
I call
but-
15 plays. They score like 15 touchdowns. I get hired right
Jesse's a
away. I'll
prodigy.
give you your money back.
He gets hired.
He's damn
What
good.
happens if off the first play, like Baker Mayfield breaks his neck and they
Oh my!
they fumble the ball?
If he
and
breaks his neck, that's not on me.
Yes,
That's-
it is. You
that's
called
on
the
play.
play.
Injuries are
Terrible-
not because of play.
Yes,
call.
it is. You
Yeah,
put him in
you-
that position.
Yeah.
No,
You
no,
had
no, no.
terrible
You will
D-
never live
That's
that down.
for blocking.
No,
Yeah,
it'll
you
be.
called the play though.
If
It'll
he throws
be-
an interception, that's
No.
on me. If he gets his neck broken, that is not on me. That's on his flimsy
It'll be
neck.
the drive and then the Jesse.
Yep.
Yeah, the
I
snap.
could live with that.
You could live with
I could
that
live with
being
that.
a curse.
I don't want that
Dope.
pressure. It would be dope.
I'm in history books.
It would be dope if Baker Mayfield broke his neck.
I didn't say that. I said it'd be dope to be a
Hey,
curse.
hey,
Ah.
The thoughts and comments of Jesse Young do not
You know-
reflect but made to motivate.
We'll never know without your donations.
You know what his play calls are going to be now? QB Neal every play.
15 straight QB kneels.
The very first play,
Good
we're
God.
running streaks, baby. Fucking go.
Well, they know what they're doing now if Jesse wins, so his chances are over.
Or will I?
Bring back the Wildcat.
Oh,
Good
dude.
Lord.
I'll be writing up all types of shit. They say you're doing it with Kevin Stefanski. If he's like, yeah, so I'm thinking we'll do a, ISO run just to get it started, chub up the middle. I'll be like, or
And
flea
hear me
flicker.
out.
Yeah.
Flea flicker.
Statue of Liberty.
Eiffel Tower.
Remember Josh
Yeah.
Cribbs? We're going to sign him to a one-day contract. I know he's coaching. We'll bring him in off the sideline.
Yeah, whatever happened to the Australian kid? What was his name that we had for him?
Quaaludes.
It wasn't far off.
It was something like
It was Quad Kid.
Quad Kid.
Quaaludes.
You're a fucking lewds.
Why do you even bring that kid up?
I don't know, because I thought it'd be funny to sign into a one-day contract.
We need this guy. He's
Right
essential.
up the middle.
We need him.
Oh my God. But like that, nobody's talking about that anymore.
Right.
Quad kid.
Throw it over to Odell. He'll throw it back across the field to Jarvis, and then he throws it deep to Donovan Peoples-Jones.
Then Quad Kid comes running out of the tunnel with his Gucci belt. What was the sound?
He sounds like.
This is terrible radio.
And Jim Donovan in the booth. I know that guy. Responsible for that play.
But he
Put his
doesn't.
pee in my girl's pee.
Jeez. He saw me in minicamp. He didn't recognize me.
Cat's out of the bag now.
See you in the parking lot. Oh my God. Yeah, so Jesse wants to win a Brown sweepstakes.
After all that, how can you not donate?
Oh,
my
shit.
God.
This segment sponsored by Ray's Energy Drink.
Sour gummy worms.
Let's just end this fucking show.
Oh,
When the
Ray's.
Browns let you call plays, drink a bottle of Ray's.
Oh my God, guys. Well, thanks for an exciting evening. I don't know if we got anything else to talk about. I think we're going to leave it on a high note.
Don't let that momentum go out.
Yeah. So until next Saturday, have a great night.
Podcast. Jesus Christ, what a sports segment.
That went off the rails.
Oh my goodness.
Good show, though,
Yeah.
I think.